Welcome to Mouthfuls of Madness.
All right. Episode 13.
Ooh.
It is the week of Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
There'll be a full moon on Friday the 13th.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So there'll be a lot of kill.
And werewolves.
Yeah. Oh. I know, I'm a terrible werewolf. That's I'll be a were-kitty. How about that? I'm a were-kitty. But, so, 13.
Yeah. A lot of weight around that number.
Yeah. It's like my balls. They're not weighty. It's okay, little balls. But yeah, there's the fucking superstitious shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, 13th episode, Friday the 13th, the number 13. Talk about superstitious stuff,
Yeah.
and like witches and Satan.
It's also supposed to be an unlucky number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that goes along with the superstitious part
Yeah.
of it. Like, that's like,
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
do 13 things. I don't know. Like,
You could do 12. You
Yeah.
could do 14.
see, but that's like what I didn't understand. Like, I think it's so funny. We're like, oh my God, there's 13 this. And you're like, so fucking get rid of the other one.
Yeah.
Or get rid of two of them. What do you know what I mean? Like, see, you know what number 13 isn't unlucky? A motherfucking baker's dozen.
Ooh.
13 donuts ain't unlucky.
Hell no.
Or 13 bagels. A bagel with a nice schmear. With the little locks with the little fucking little matzo ball soup on the side, huh? Like, this is like a nice corned beef, like lean, not too fatty. Stacked high on a
Some
marble rye.
Manischewitz.
Yeah. Ooh, that's that special occasion wine, all right? We saved that for the high holy days, okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's like a Yom Kippur, come on. That's like a baked chicken and a nice fucking latke with a little applesauce and some sour cream. Oh, baby. It fucking gets you going.
Oh, man. I'm hungry now.
Yeah. And the end. We're going to go fucking, yeah, right. We're never going to find a latke at this hour. I have to make them.
Yeah, you have to be.
I make
yeah.
a pretty good fucking latke.
Yeah.
I like me a latke, potato pancake. Which is like I say that's a nickname for my youngest.
Uh-huh.
We do, she's like potato.
Oh,
Or
okay.
sweet potato, or sweet potato pancake, or sweet potato pie, or potato pancake, or little potato latke. Just all kinds of potatoes.
Just anything with potatoes.
Yeah, I think it started because she drew me a picture one Father's Day, and we just both looked like potatoes.
Ah.
And I think that's just how it came about.
Oh.
Not 13 potatoes, though.
Because that'd be
Just-
unlucky.
that would be unlucky.
Man. Speaking of unlucky,
Oh, yeah.
holy shit. Did I just have an unlucky fucking weekend, man.
I relinquish the floor to you, sir. And your unlucky day.
Well, it's just, you knew what's going on with my personal life and
Yeah.
shit like that going on and stuff like that. And then, the one day I decided to relax, take a day off, take a little breather from running around like mad for the past like 2-3 weeks. Decided to go to the beach. My sister reached out to me. She's like, hey, I know how you are. You need to fucking relax. So meet me at this beach. We're just going to like hang out, drink a little bit, and just
Sounds nice.
like float in the ocean and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, that's cool. And once we're wrapping up, walking back to the cars, there's a cop standing by my car.
Fuck a police. No.
And the first thing that comes through my mind is like, oh shit, am I parked illegally? But then as I get closer, I see the shattered glass.
Ugh.
I finally able to see the trunk, which was popped open. And I was like, fuck. I just yelled fuck, like out loud. The cop looked at
was
me.
like,
he's
"Get down!"
The cop looked at me. He's like, is this your car? I'm like, yeah, that's my car.
Fucking bullshit.
But yeah, my car got broken into. Got my phone jacked, my wallet jacked. I had about, I want to say, somewhere between $500, $600 worth of fishing gear in the trunk.
Ugh.
I had some spear.
So
I had a
worse when you
couple
put a price
spears.
on it.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, just more shit I got to deal with on top of what I'm already dealing with. But hey, it makes some good podcast material.
Yeah. So did you like have a black cat cross your path or
No,
walk under
man.
a ladder and shit?
No, I did wake up with a weird feeling that day though.
Like
So.
superstitious premonitions.
Maybe. I've always kind of had like, today's gonna, like, something feels off about today.
That's when you just throw those blankets back over your head, man. Call in for a pizza and Netflix and chill with yourself.
Yeah, man. Just a rough one, but you know, Windows already fixed, which was, you know,
Very lucky.
shout out to my sister and her connections. You know, she.
Gotta love those sisterly connections.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's cool. So that's a little good luck.
Yeah.
Coming your way from that way.
From,
like you got,
yeah.
you know, your car's back. Your fucking
Yeah.
little weight off the shoulders.
Don't have to ride that Hawaiian limousine tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Or tonight.
I don't know the fucking sound of that. I don't know. I went newsreel. That's my go-to. But do you hold a lot of importance in your own personal life with superstitious things? Like you a knock on wood kind of person, or like somebody who's like, ooh, that's that's an omen.
Not so much. I more go off of like gut feeling and thing like that, like almost kind of like animal instinct
Oh yeah.
kind of stuff. But I'm not very superstitious. I have like just a few things like here or there just from like personal experiences and stuff like that where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with that because I know what like shit like that and stuff like that.
Do tell.
Like one of the most fabled things of like superstition and supernatural entities and stuff here in Hawaii is, you know, the night marchers and stuff like that. Basically, they're the bodyguards or like the personal warriors of the king and stuff like that. And there are actual like known trails or classified as known trails and stuff like that. And a lot of places, a lot of local people and stuff like that, they'll avoid them completely just because they don't want to run the chance of, you know, running into them and stuff like that. Because the superstition is that if you're caught on a trail or anywhere near them and they see you, you're pretty much done. Because
But like, why?
why?
Like, what the? Because
It
you're
goes-
on the trail.
No,
Or,
it goes
like-
back to the caste system in ancient Hawaii.
So they're classes.
Yeah, but so the li'i or the royalty, they were basically revered as descendants of gods and stuff like that. So the commoners weren't allowed to look at them. They weren't allowed to be taller than them. So if there was like a really short leader and stuff like that came around, you had to like crouch lower than them. And even like if their shadow fell upon you, you'd be punished for it, for being that
Jesus.
close to them and stuff like that. And so the night marchers are pretty much the same thing. Like it's the same caste system that they had in ancient Hawaii, just now. So it's like what you're
Like
supposed to do.
spirit form.
Yeah, in spirit form. And what you're supposed to do when you see a night marcher, if you're able to, is to lay down, face down, and recite your genealogy. And
I'm like, I'm white. Don't hurt me. I'm white.
but then if you don't have any roots to like Hawaii or ancestral lands here, you're supposed to just both people supposed to strip down naked and lay face down. It's like
That sounds fishy as fuck.
it's like the ultimate showing of, I guess, humility and humbleness in front of.
That
like,
also sounds
the
like
elite.
prison rape.
Yeah, but you know.
So, are they gonna ghost rape you?
No, but
Or are they just like, haha, little dick? Are they gonna come for talking shit?
I hope not.
I mean, I would fucking, I don't know. I would not remember any of that if I saw somebody in the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I would not be hiking at night.
But that's the thing. A lot of people think they come out at night.
Oh, it's all the time.
It's it's like right after sunset and right before dawn. That's when they're active. So like a lot of people think, oh, midnight, whatever, or 3 o'clock in the morning, ooh, night marches. Like no. It's right after sunset, like after twilight, when like the last light has left the sky, and then right before the dawn, right before the light comes back, is when they're said to be moving
Most
around.
active.
Yeah, most active. Like they can still.
I mean, are they just gonna like fucking kill you? Like, is there any like things like people like, oh, this fucker died because of the night marchers? Is there any like
Documented deaths?
not
night marches?
documented, but like suspect, like that people would be like, oh, that guy fucking, myths and legends of Hawaii, like a hiker went fucking missing or whatever, or like trying to get your Instagram duck face sunset photo and they got pushed or some shit. Like,
I don't know
what
about
was
that.
the repercussions? Like, they just, like, I always hear just, oh, fucking night marches be bad. This is what you got to do. But, like, you never hear of, like, anybody, because you hear about, like, hauntings, like, they were possessed or they were fucking, the ghost threw dishes and shit, or, like, made fucking the trees, like, go crazy. And but, like, is there any stories of that happening?
I've had personal experiences with something I couldn't explain that fit the bill. Even I have multiple friends who have had different experiences and stuff like that. Like, I have a friend who works as security at a longshore dock, which is right at the foot of the hill of Pu'ukohola, which is I want to say it's the biggest sacrificial heiau.
Ooh.
It was built by Kamehameha, King Kamehameha the Great, and it was used as a human sacrifice. He sacrificed his own cousin on there before he set off to take over the islands and stuff like that, as a offering to the war god Ku and stuff like that. But my friend worked security longshore dock at the bottom foot of the hill, and he said probably around 7:45, 8 o'clock, just a bunch of torches lit up on the heiau, and there's
Like the ones that are already there.
there aren't any there.
Oh,
that's
there
the thing.
there.
There aren't any there. Said he saw torches light up. He started hearing chanting, and he said he didn't even finish the shift.
Like the beginning of the movies.
Yeah, like the consolidated.
For all you not on Hawaii, you can Google consolidated theater like Hawaiian opening if you want to. You'll understand.
Yeah, he said that like just all at once it just lit up. He heard chanting. He said he didn't even finish his shift. He just left, didn't go back, and yeah.
So I mean, but still, that just comes like, okay, so like everybody's just scared to fuck of these things. But like, there's like, those are the stories I always hear of.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever like, they hurt me. It's always that same thing of like, they saw something, they're like, peace, motherfucker. Like, and there was that was it. Like,
But this other friend that I have a story about did actually get like
butt naked and
like,
raped by that.
no. Like he explained it as being like kind of choked, but also felt like the air was being sucked out of him and shit like that. Because he was on Molokai, and there's so few people there and stuff like that. And he was going to be night fishing and stuff like that. He was with him and like I think he said his brother and a cousin, or like maybe two cousins or some. He was with two other people. But as they were starting to fish, they heard drumming, and that's one of the things about night marchers coming. You'll hear drumming if the ali'i that they're guarding enjoyed music, or you'll hear chanting if they enjoyed like song, or you could hear nothing at all if the ali'i that they're guarding preferred silence during the march and stuff like that. But he said that they heard drumming and stuff like that, and they looked down a little ways down the beach and they saw a line of torches, and the way back up the cliff that they had walked down was straight towards the torches. So they're like, fuck, we can't go that way. So then they did the thing. They stripped down naked, laid face down. My friend started reciting his genealogy. And then he said as they got closer and closer, like he felt like just this tightness in his chest. And it felt like he said he was breathing in, but it felt like there was no air going
he was
into like yeah. So that's
and
the
then
only.
it stopped.
And then after the procession walked past him, he said that it stopped.
But what did they see?
That's
Or was it looking, or he just
that's
they
another
heard
thing.
Footsteps?
You're not supposed to look.
But what did he? So what did he hear?
He heard
Like
footsteps,
shuffling and shit. Like,
shuffling, drumming, and shit like
They
that,
got,
and
like,
also
loud
like the
as they walked
clanking
past
of
and shit.
like the wooden spears and stuff like that against the. It was a rock beach, not a sand beach. So you heard like the clacking of the spears against the rocks and stuff like that. And yeah, everything's taken with a grain of salt, but that's just one of like, I'm not a very superstitious person. I don't like, but one thing I do know is like, if there's indigenous spirits in an area, don't even fucking tempt it. Because you don't know what's real, what's fake, and shit like that. What's up?
No, I just like I'm that fucking asshole.
You're the one who's like, what?
No, not that I would like fuck you, motherfucker. Like, but just like I want to see it.
Yeah.
Like I don't like believe in anything.
Yeah.
Period. But like I also don't necessarily discount. Like I'm not like fuck that shit. It don't exist. I'm just like I don't believe it because I never seen it.
Yeah.
That's why. Like I need. If I see it, then yeah. If I saw an alien, I'd be like, yeah, I believe in aliens because I fucking saw one. I also think it's like, a lot of people see shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people hear shit. A lot of people have experienced things, but it's like, okay, so there could be something, but like, I would like it doesn't deter me from doing anything. So I would be that guy like, I walk into the woods.
Yeah.
What's that torch over there? I saw a real bright torch. And just standing there like, I can't breathe. But like it's just like that shit interests me. So it would be like,
oh, dude,
I want to see it. I want to see these fucking ghostly forms.
Yeah.
Like, or something.
Yeah.
I'm down to see that shit.
One of my buddies has another. Oh, the guy that I told you listens to the podcast. He used to work security at the old job that I had before. And that place was just fucking... There was like this weird fucking energy about the place. And it felt like you were being watched. Even if you were the only person there. Like in the kitchen or walking through the hall, in the bathroom. It just felt like there was something there. And he said... There'd be times where he'd have to work security overnight events and stuff like that for like project grads or like something or other. But every time he did an overnight, he'd say like 1:30, he'd always hear the same scream coming from the mountains. And
like a male scream,
like a female blood curdling scream. And there have been times where, there are... Hawaii Five-0 filmed up there a lot. Just because the complex was nice. And sometimes their episodes are like, oh, there's a big whatever, blah, 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 blah. But even one of the security guards that worked overnight at the main gate, hired by the studio, my buddy talked to him and he said, oh, yeah. Like, I know I was the only one here. But I could hear people in the bed of... He said he could hear people in the bed of his truck speaking in like Hawaiian and shit like that. And he said like he didn't want to turn around to look. He didn't want to start the car to like drive away. He just sat there silently, closed his eyes until it went away.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And yeah. Oh, that's not really superstition. It kind of went into paranormal, huh?
Yeah, but I mean it's all It's all kind of like, that's the power of the power of the fucking superstition.
Yeah.
It's based on like
what could happen.
Yeah, there's something
Yeah.
fucked up that, like, you're gonna, like, it could only be paranormal because
Yeah.
it's not normal or supernatural or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I think they're all based on bullshit, really. Like, I mean, I don't, like, we were talking about earlier, it's like, the number 13 really doesn't have so much power as in the fact that it wasn't something else. Like, people were like, oh, 12's so powerful, it's so positive, and 13 isn't 12, so it's bad. And it's like, well, that's fucked up for little 13. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, poor little guy.
You know, like, jeez, little guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I still love you.
But, like, you know, there's people like the fucking buildings don't have a 13th floor.
Yeah.
And, like, there's no 13 rooms in certain places.
Okay,
It's like,
this is the thing about that.
Really,
Even though it's
dude,
not
like-
labeled the 13th floor,
It's
the 13th floor.
you know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's not...
Like, you don't have an empty floor that's
I'm
just
not
nothing.
black. You're like, but you are. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not... You can't just... I mean, we all just... Everybody just fucking... But plus, there's places that do it.
Yeah.
I've seen a 13th floor.
Yeah.
I've seen a fucking... It's just, like, there's no... For me, there's no, like, credence... Or there's no, like, real fucking basis for most of the shit. It's just, like... I view most people that are, like, super fucking superstitious, you know, like the old grandmas or, like, the old fucking, like... Or, like, not even old people that are just like, I won't do this, I won't, because it's superstitious.
Yeah.
You can't light a fucking candle in your bathtub on Monday or some shit.
What?
There's
That's
like
a
all,
superstition?
there's all, like, weird shit. Like, there's fucking weird, like, I was looking up weird shit, and it was, like, fucking weird superstitions. And, like, one of them was, like, in one country, it was, like, don't put your shoes on the table, because it was, like, a part of a death thing where... You put when a person died, they like put their shoes on the table for some reason. But I'm like, well, that's just gross.
okay.
Like, don't put your dirty fucking feet on my fucking table.
Jeez.
But so, you know, like, there's all these weird things. Like, it's not just like the number 13. It's like just these weird fucking stupid things that you don't do. Like, you know, the whole like step on a crack and break your mother's back.
Yeah.
Or, like...
Don't walk under a ladder.
Yeah,
Don't
like...
break a mirror.
Yeah, like it's 7 years bad luck. Like, why? You know, and there's always reasons why, like, like, in Russia, celebrating or congratulating someone on a birthday before the day arrives brings bad luck.
Huh.
You're like, okay... Or like in Mexico, they say don't face mirrors
Towards each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I've
it's
heard
like a
that one.
gateway to the devil.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the devil's gonna come.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm gonna fucking put 2 mirrors. Like, I mean, like, that's how I fucking shave my head. Like, it's like I put the one mirror and I fucking shave. So it's like, maybe that's what's wrong. Had a little audio difficulty, so it was at the end of a sentence, but not really an important sentence. So it doesn't sound like anything happened on your end, podcast-wise, listeners, but we've actually been gone for like 10 minutes. But yeah, superstitions, like, based on, like, I think it's just, like, weird fucking, you know, like, things like avoid sleeping with your towards the north because that's the way they bury the dead, with the heads towards the north.
Really?
Which means, like, who gives a shit? Like, you're not dead, you just go to sleep.
I don't
You know
know
what I
if
mean?
they always bury people with their heads towards
It's a
the north.
Japanese. It's
Oh.
a Japanese one, so I don't know if that's like
Legit? Or, wait,
Well, I mean,
not legit, but...
the Japanese are legit. But then in Africa, don't sleep with your head to the west. So just like whatever fucking area you're in. Yeah, so this is the thing. In Britain, it's considered bad luck because it's putting... You keep your new shoes off the table. It's considered bad luck because it is supposed to symbolize the death of a loved one. Back in the day, placing someone's shoes on a table was a way to let their family know that they passed away.
Oh.
Nowadays, it's also just bad etiquette. Like, no shit. But, like, what if you, like, ran into the house one day, you're like, oh, shit, I forgot my sneaks, and you, like, put them on the table, and you went to go grab a granola bar, and, like, who died? What the fuck?
My hunger. That's who died. That's an interesting one. I never heard that one.
Yeah, I never heard of a lot of these. Like, ooh, this one's good for you. In Egypt,
Ooh. Good for me.
if you see or hear an owl, terrible news is coming.
Oh, really?
So you constantly, oh man, like when you're jerking off with your owl hand, it's like coming and going, it's coming and going.
That's why I just go flaccid all the time.
Oh, and an owl, in Italy, an owl in the house, if it ends up in your house, someone in your family will die.
Oh.
Which
I know
is
there's a Japanese one about like the giant moths visiting.
Yeah.
It's
like the spirit of...
Yeah, the spirit of like an ancestor.
We got a shit ton of those
family.
fucking moths.
Oh, yeah?
But you know why?
Why?
It's because my fucking mother-in-law won't turn off the goddamn kitchen light. That has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with spirits. It's just the fucking lights on and those goddamn things love it. So all day you go to fucking shea meat over the kitchen sink and it's like fucking flapping against the goddamn fucking window. Trying to steal my cereal. This is a weird one. Like, don't play with fucking yo-yos, and they don't even.
What? Why?
It was in
They're
Syria.
So much fun.
In Syria they banned yo-yos in 1933 over the fear that they would cause drought, which is like.
That's weird.
What the fuck does a yo-yo fucking cause drought? Those were cans for the homeless. For everybody that wants to know. Don't get your haircut on Tuesdays because. For no reason.
That's
you know what I hate?
one.
I hate the internet, the lazy internet. Like, I look up a list, and I want some facts to just back up what the fuck I'm looking for, right?
But they're just
and
listing.
it's either too goddamn much, or it's like, don't give them flowers. And you're like,
why?
But why?
Yeah.
You're not telling me enough.
I know the Chinese have a lot regarding like gifts that you give and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like a knife one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, don't give them a knife because it signifies that they're gonna get cut out of your life or something like that.
Well, no, but it's a double. It's not double. It's so when you give somebody a knife, you have to like pay for it. Like you either give you're supposed to give them $1 or a penny. So it signifies like you're not just giving them the knife. My wife's uncle did that to me. I have no idea about this fucking thing.
Yeah.
He gave me a knife. I don't know if it was like Christmas or what the fuck it was. Like he was giving me a knife because I'm a fucking cook. And when he gave me the knife, with no precursor, no explanation, no nothing, was like, give me $1. And I was like, what? A, I don't know what the fuck he has in the box.
Yeah.
B, he didn't say anything to me. He's just like, hands me this thing, like holds it in his hand towards me and goes, give me $1. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, give me $1. And I was like, I don't have $1. He's like, well, if someone gives you a knife, you're supposed to give them $1. And I'm like, bro. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know what the fuck you're talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. It was a weird interaction, and that's how I found that out. And I was just like, cool. Yeah, and I also think, like, if you don't care about this shit, like, how's it gonna affect you? What's going on?
I don't know, there's just like a weird crackling going on.
In your head?
Maybe.
Is it the
Sounds
candle?
like the headphones, but yeah, it's gone now.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
And we're back. Huh? No, I don't fucking. As long as those bars keep moving, I don't give a fuck. But the way I always looked at it is like you're giving. I believe in giving stuff power. You know what I mean? Like in as much as like. If you think it's gonna go bad and something bad happens, well, that's just you fucking like putting it out there.
Yeah.
Not in like a karmic kind of way, but in the way of like, say you fucking buy a new car.
Yeah.
And now you see that car all the time.
Yeah.
Where you never like, oh man, there's a lot of fucking Toyotas on the road now. Like, I have this car, but it's because you now have that car in your life and now it's noticeable.
Yeah.
And so if you are like, oh, if I do this, bad things are going to happen to me, any little thing that fucking happens,
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, that's why.
That's why.
A fucking superstitious. The fucking black cat. You know, like it's just
that
like
crossed my path when I was 7. I knew it.
I broke that mirror and I got all fucked up. 7 years now. 7 years? Like, and who puts the fucking time limits on these
know.
shit? Like, I just don't know. It's just fucking...
I think it's just like it's all old wives' tales and stuff like that, and just I don't know.
Those goddamn old wives. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just bitter, sitting at home, just like
With
making
their
shit up.
vaginas.
I think it started like the old wives thing was just like.
Oh yeah.
And you guys left the AC on.
Old
We were
wives.
interrupted. Yeah.
Old wives and their sandy
Old
vaginas.
wife. It's an old wife right there. It's like, what if they just these old wives get together and like, we're gonna take some shit so these motherfuckers
Yeah.
don't fuck with us no more, and it's gonna stop all these dudes. You know, if you go out wearing those trousers, we're gonna get a divorce. Old wives' tale #1.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me that like,
Yeah.
so many people believe in not only like religion,
Mm-hmm.
but then also on top of that, like stuff that isn't religion. Like,
Yeah.
it's just weird. Like, I don't know why you need to believe in that stuff. Like, what, like, why don't you just stop believing in it? Like, because most of these people, I guarantee you, have never, like, really actually had any bad luck
Yeah.
derived from their superstitions. You're like throwing salt over your shoulder and like,
Yeah.
come on, like what's
Yeah, there are a few based around salt, yeah? Like if you spill it, you're supposed to throw it over your shoulder.
salt's like a super powerful.
And you're like not supposed to hand it to another person. They're supposed
Yeah.
to like grab it themselves and stuff like that.
But it's like it's just salt.
It makes
Come on.
food taste good.
I mean, you know. Well, what if you throw that salt over your shoulder and you fucking get me in the eye? That's bad
Ooh,
luck.
That's your bad luck.
You know what I mean? Well, no, because I'll fucking smack you upside the back of the head. Fucking threw salt in my fucking eye. Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, there are a few weird ones. Well, I already talked about the knife one. But then also like a one regarding shoes.
Uh-huh.
We're also not supposed to like gift shoes
What?
because that signifies somebody walking out of your life. Another Chinese one.
Fucking gifting shoes left to right.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
man.
Get the fuck out of here. Kick rocks, bitch.
That, and there's also this old ancient Hawaiian one where you're not supposed to give out your name. Like, especially if you're like traveling. Because the belief was that your name holds power over who you are and stuff like that. And if like the wrong person gets a hold of it, they can curse you and stuff like that.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
How are you supposed to travel and not give your name?
well, when you're traveling in ancient Hawaiian times, you didn't give your name, you gave the village you were from. So you're like, oh, I'm from here, I'm traveling to here. And then,
But that seems
Yeah.
like something that's like... That's the other thing. Like, it's like superstitions that die out of like, well...
yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. Well, I think
It's like
also,
in this day and age, you think there's a fucking motherfucking dude who's just like, you know, I need to book my hotel, and
I need a name.
I need your name. Like, nope, sorry, it's I'm from Hawaii. I'll tell you that much.
Say that. I'm going from Honolulu to there.
Yeah, can't have my name. Not doing it. Superstitious. They're like, okay, bye. Guess you're not gonna have a hotel.
Yeah. But I think a lot of those back then were steeped again in like supernatural or like paranormal and
Yeah, because they
Also-
all stem from just like shit's gonna happen to you. What shit's
Yeah.
what? There's a force now that's creating this thing. If you do it, then what's the force?
yeah.
It's like angry spirits, your dead fucking relatives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is enacting? Like, is it just the devil? Like, because it's like, come on, man. Like, isn't that, like, this motherfucker ain't got the time. You know, like, if God doesn't have the time to, like, watch it, you know what I mean? Like, well, God, maybe, like, God, you know, it's like.
Well, I thought God's always watching.
Yeah, but does he have time for everybody? You know, they always, like,
he's supposed to.
Like, he's going to listen
he's
to everybody's
omnipresent.
prayer. You saw fucking Bruce Almighty? He got to answer all them emails?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Answer yes for all of them.
Reply, oh, boop. But that's another thing I always fucking hate. Like, this is speaking of the devil, like, I love the devil. Shout out to the devil. But also, I don't believe in the devil. But, or God, or pixies, or unicorns. I don't know.
Whoa.
Hey,
unicorns are real, right?
Don't let our Scottish listeners. Actually, I don't think we have Scotland. We have Ireland. Ireland listens. I think there's one person in Ireland. Ooh, that was weird. Oh, it was like loading. That's fine. It's still recording. But this is what always confused me about San Diablo. Was the whole fact of, like, that he's not working in conjunction with God? Like, he's against God?
Yeah.
Okay, so my limited knowledge of biblical text was that Lucifer was kind of a pissy asshole. And
he was God's right-hand man at the beginning.
Yeah, so he was like head angel. He was like head bitch in charge.
Yeah.
And the fluffiest of wings. And
the shiniest of halos.
And that fucking harp was tight. And that shit cranked all the way to 11. He's some sweet. He was the first stairway to heaven. That's why you can't play it. So he was this is just based on what I think I know. Is that so then, like, God did the human thing, blah blah blah, humans, and was like, here's free will.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the fuck, yo? Why you like these things so much? We're supposed to be your chosen, like, we're the best. And you're, like, giving them more attention and letting them do other shit, and we're just like fucking chopped liver over here.
Yeah.
And God was like, well, get the fuck out, bro. You know, like, peace out, cast you down, you and all your fucking
you and your
hipster homies. Get the fuck out. Now, that being said, I get why Lucifer would then be like, fuck humans, I'm gonna torture the fuck out of them. And lure them into hell to then fucking roast them for eternity and make them live through all this bullshit. But why is, like, then I also get, like, why God would, like, threaten them, like, hey, if you don't love me and you sin, then you're gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
Because that's where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
But then why preach the redemption aspect of it? Like, there's a way to get out of hell through redemption? Like, you could serve your time? You know, like, why they're in some way working together.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't think the devil would work so hard to, like, make people choose the thing, because people just have free will and they're going to be fucked up anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like the act of humans having free will and choosing those things is in and of itself a sin almost.
Yeah.
Because you can't do all this shit, you know? Like, it's like set up in a way that you're going to go to hell unless you repent, which is a fucking scam, easy way out.
Yeah.
But I feel the devil just don't give a fuck that much about people.
Yeah.
To want to do that, and that he would just solely be fucking with people, not trying to, like, actively turn them against God and like, ooh, the devil made me do it, and like, oh, like all that shit. It's like, no, he would just want to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't like the human race, because they were given things that he thought he deserved, and the love was taken away from him and his homies.
But then again, you're taking, I guess, all this from the Bible, you know? And the Bible is designed to make you think, oh yeah, the devil's bad, God is good, and stuff like that. So I can't help but think the reason why people think that is because of the Bible.
Yeah.
But of course, the Bible's gonna say shit about the other, the other side and stuff like that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, well, we just don't know. Because I personally haven't looked into, like, I guess whatever scripture the Church of Satan reads or anything like that. Like,
It's
it
pretty
could be
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's not
It doesn't talk anything about, like.
I haven't read all of it.
Oh, I see.
Skimmed through. But, like, their tenets of, like, what they believe in are pretty chill.
Yeah.
They don't really, like, there's not a whole, like, sacrifice aspect. There's not, like, oh, pray to the devil. And blah. Like, it's very, like, human forward and, like, hey, man. Like, there's a couple of things are, like, when you go into somebody's house, like, this is stuff written down in, like, the Anton LaVey, like, Church of Satan that he fucking did. Mm-hmm. That, like, if you go into somebody's house, like, you respect their house. Yeah. And you respect the people in it. Yeah. Because it's not your house. You're a guest. Conversely, you do the same thing when somebody enters your house. You treat them like you let them into your house, so you do whatever you give them respect. But as soon as they fuck with you, then it's like, all bets are off.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very like, you do you and I do me, and we're cool. Yeah. As soon as you fuck with me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah. Not necessarily kill you, but that's like, that's where I think it's like gets crazy. Because like, it's like turn the other cheek and like treat everything nice, and it doesn't matter if you get beat up or if somebody spits on you. Just like be the better man and like
puss out.
Yeah, it's like fucking.
And then here you have Satan like stand the fuck up for yourself,
right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I always thought was like all the stuff Satan does, like barring like possession and shit like that, and like all those little minor fucking like ooh, the devil's gonna possess you to like save your soul. Like that's a lot of fucking work. Yeah, you're gonna go one soul at a time, sending demons to possess people. And, like, why all the little kids? Like, and, like, that seems like, really? Like, you can't, I think it's so stupid to blame the devil for all the big shit. Yeah. And also the very, very, very minuscule things. Like, so plan A, we got this big plan where we're just gonna, like, have Donald Trump be elected, and then, like, the world is gonna end in a fucking blaze of glory. But also, we got some side shit working on where, like, Mary Beth in Ohio, we're going to go ahead and possess her. You know what I mean? Like, because that's really going to be the fucking boost that fucking Satan needs. You know what I mean? Like come on, dude. Like, if I think in his own right that, like, fucking Satan is, like, if he existed, this is all, like, it's bullshit. Yeah. Like, it's not really, like, it's all conjecture. And who knows? But, why would he give a fuck?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that he probably could see just like, God is all knowing, but they're powerful. Yeah. And I think it's just like, ultimately, I think it would just be like a big chess match. They're homies, and it's kind of like
it's like like Professor X and Magneto. Yeah. How they always get together and play a game of chess and shit like that.
Huh. And I think that's been said before, where it's like they're. Like, because why wouldn't God just fucking destroy the devil? Yeah. Which, why wouldn't he?
Because it's always like, oh, he can't, but he's all powerful.
Right? And good couldn't exist without evil. Well, but it could. I mean, if you killed Satan and got rid of him, that's not getting rid of humans' free will to do stupid shit. Because when people bring up that argument of like, oh well, you can't have one without the other, but that's them basically saying like Satan is the reason for all the bad shit in the world. And if by some reason it's like the vampires, like you kill the fucking head vampire and then all the rest that he turned back into humans. It's like, okay, well, you killed Satan, and then everybody's like, oh, Oh, cool. Yeah, everybody in prison, and everybody's like, I'm good now. Yay, Satan's dead, and we're all back.
World peace.
You know what I mean?
peace.
It's like, but that's not how it works, because people would still be fucking killing each other. It's not in the name of Satan. It's
They still
not
have free will. Able to do whatever the fuck they want.
That's super itchy.
Yeah.
Oh, name archers. I just got a little burnt the other day. But yeah, so it's like, there's so many holes in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, I mean, I think everybody knows that. It's not like
Absolutely.
we're breaking new ground here.
The whole world takes place in the Middle East, according to the Bible.
Yeah, we're all brown.
Yeah.
On the inside.
After it dries out a little bit.
That dry blood. Fucking
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. There are a lot of holes, and I used to go to church and shit like that
Yeah.
until I actually sat down, read the Bible. I was like, how can he be? How can this
all
God
three
who's
of them?
supposed to love me be jealous and spiteful, but also loving and compassionate at the same time?
Yeah, why is he so human?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're made in his image.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Then how come I don't look like fucking, I don't know, Chris Evans or fucking Brad Pitt or anything like that? If we're all created in his image.
What if God looks like Steve Buscemi?
Mm.
Or like Jada Pinkett Smith? Who knows? Like, you fucking,
What if God is a woman? I don't know. But yeah,
what
it's
if
just...
God was one of us? Just a stranger on a bus. But that's what I mean. Like, you can't. Those are like the thing. Like, oh, it's in our image. And, like, and then like God gave His only begotten Son, but that's also God, and then He's also the Spirit. Like, who the fuck is the Spirit? That's also what I never like. What's the Spirit?
Oh, the Spirit is after Jesus is
It's
resurrected.
like Jesus walk the Holy Spirit. Like, is that the fucking like? You know what I mean? Like, so there's three of them: the Holy Trinity, the God,
but they're
the
all
Father,
Him.
the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
They're all Him.
But was the Holy Ghost in the Bible?
The Holy
Like,
Ghost was,
ooh.
I believe, if I remember correctly, was after the resurrection.
When Jesus got
Jesus-
resurrected.
Being resurrected was the Holy Spirit.
But
I think.
what?
I don't remember. It was back in like fucking
Zombie
beginning of high
Jesus.
school.
May He walk the earth again
Oh,
and
and
infect us all with His
another
Spirit.
thing about the Bible that threw me off is like, oh, Satan's supposed to be the bad guy, but here's God flooding the known earth,
Yeah. Yeah, like, what a
killing
fucking dick.
these cities full of people.
Like, everything I
It's
hear
like-
about God
yeah.
is just like, He's just a petulant child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like,
Like,
they
the
don't like
fucking,
me.
was it Abraham and his son?
Oh yeah,
Like,
Abraham.
come
Isaac.
on, dude. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, hey, it's me, God. I was just like, you know, I mean, like, if you really love me, like, truly, truly love me like you say you do, then, like, you should kill your son.
Yeah, do it for me, babe. No homo.
Yeah.
But do it for me.
Like, it could just be us together. You just get rid of your son.
Yeah, man.
Just kill him. And then he goes to do it. He's like, nah, just kidding.
Hey, gotcha.
Proved it.
It's a prank,
Oh,
bro.
that's so sweet.
prank.
I knew you loved me. You're so cute.
I don't know. Sounds like
Wanna go get Froyo?
sounds like the first documented case of schizophrenia, maybe.
Well, he was 3 people, so right? Just fucking... Yeah, sorry about that whole try to kill your kid thing. That was the ghost. This is the son here. I'm the sane one. Don't listen to the ghost or the father. They're crazy. I'm the friend. I fucking love that show. Fucking Preacher. Oh, Preacher's so good. That fucking... Oh my god, like this season now is so fucking good, dude.
I still
You gotta
haven't
fucking watch
looked
it,
at
dude. Like, it's, like, there's so much more, like, God shit.
Yeah.
And, like, fucking Jesus and, like, all the... Oh, my God. It's so good. I love that show so much, dude.
It's so great.
And it's so gory, and, like, they... Like I was telling you, they up the fucking fight scenes. Like, it's just so good.
That's the thing, though. The fight scene, I know you said they're, like, more intense and stuff like that, but even from season 1, they were brutal. Like, just the... Yeah. Just very, like, visceral sounding and
Yes.
looking and just, ooh, that looked like it hurt.
Dude, there's some, like, fuck, what was it actually? Well, maybe that was something else, but yeah, there's a lot of fucking super brutal shit. Like, I love that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I love the brutality.
Oh, yeah.
But it's so funny because it's like, it shows, like, how much God is, like, a fucking asshole, like, egotistical piece of shit. Like, it's so fun. Like, it's not a spoiler, but it's so funny. Like, because it just, like, it's so on brand, like, for God. And I never read the comic books, but, like, so I don't know if this was in it or whether they just created it. But they do, like, the first episode, the beginning, is very, like, old school, like, Harryhausen, like, claymation.
Yeah.
Like dinosaurs,
Yeah.
right? and God's sitting there with a fucking mug of coffee. And so he's like, you know, clearly the actor's like green screened into this fucking, like, it's all like that, like, claymation stop animation shit. And he's sitting there and it's all lush and there's a fucking volcano and there's like a lake and all this shit. And there's a fucking brontosaurus and it's like this goofy fucking brontosaurus. And God's like, yeah. Like, he's just so pleased with what he has done, created. And this fucking dinosaur's like, "Dad." And he, like, looking at this pile of shit in front of him. And God, like, looks at him, he's like, no. And the dinosaur, like, leans forward and he's like, and he's like, no, not again. No. And the fucking dinosaur takes this huge fucking bite out of the shit. He's just like, like, slopping it around. He's like, and, like, God, like, loses his shit and he starts, like, pulling to the heavens, like, all these fucking asteroids start fucking coming. And, like, that's how the fucking dinosaurs get wiped out because he's so pissed that this dumb brontosaurus wouldn't stop eating his fucking shit. Like, because if that's true, if you didn't get that pissed, it's like, why did you just fucking wipe everybody out?
Yeah, man.
What's the point? Like, you can't. If this is, I love when people say, like, oh, it's God's plan. It's all God's plan. Okay, then what does it fucking matter what you do?
Yeah.
Because right or wrong, whatever you do, it's God's plan.
Yeah.
So it would be part of his plan for you to sin, for you to fuck up, for you to die, for you to do something wrong so that somebody else, you know, like that whole convoluted, like, well, this guy got drunk and died so that you could get the heart and that he could live and they cured cancer. Somebody has to be fucked up in the scenario.
Yeah.
So why is it so bad to be a fucking quote-unquote sinner and not redeem yourself? Because if everybody did that, then that wouldn't be God's, like, that can't be God's plan.
Yeah.
Because shit has to go down. And then you can't then blame all the bad shit on the devil, being like, oh, well, the devil made him do it, or like, that's just the devil.
That's God's plan.
It's all, like, he's got to know, he knows from the beginning to the infinite end. So he knew that Satan was going to do this. He knew that fucking all this shit was going to happen.
But he's just sitting back and like, what?
Yeah, let it play out, bro.
Yeah.
No. This is the good part. Don't fast forward. That's another 13, was that, because Judas was the 13th guest at the Last Supper.
The Last Supper? Ah.
So that's like, woo, 13.
Oh.
But I like the first, so Friday the 13th, like I said, was like the first one was some Alexander the Second or whatever fucking guy. King Philip, that's what it was. King Philip or whatever. He, like, rounded up, on Friday the 13th, like, rounded up all the fucking Templars and, like, massacred them all.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
Nice.
It's like Friday the 13th style.
Jason.
What if he used a machete?
Ooh.
Hardcore.
Jason Voorhees.
He threw on a fucking hockey mask and killed them all. You must all done wear hockey masks and murder them all.
That's why they keep coming back.
Yeah. The Templars or the fucking
the Jasons.
Oh, yeah. It's just the one Jason.
Oh, that's right. That's why he keeps coming
the
back.
first one.
Huh?
The first one wasn't Jason. The first Friday the 13th.
It wasn't?
First Friday the 13th was his mom.
Oh. Oh, shit, yeah. Huh.
Oh, yeah, that crazy bitch. She killed them all because of what they did to him.
Yeah. But that was God's plan, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
And then that little mongoloid popped up out of the fucking... Hey, is mongoloid a bad word? Can you say mongoloid?
I don't know why it'd be bad.
Do people in Mongolia take umbrage? Umbrage? I think it's umbrage.
Umbrage.
Do they take offense to the fucking... Did they don't like that word, mongoloid?
I don't know. I think they probably wouldn't understand because it's... I think it's like an English term, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, what does mongoloid actually mean? I always thought it meant, like,
I think
deformed happy people. Like people with bulbous heads.
No, it's like someone who almost like I find it's very closely related to avarice, where it's like something of one thing is not enough.
Oh no, it definitely means people in Mongolia.
Oh really?
Oops.
So
Jason was not of East Asian descent. Retraction.
but what about
Okay. So offensive. Relating to the broad division of humankind, including the indigenous peoples of East Asia. So it is offensive, Mongoloid.
Oh, I see.
And... Oh, wait, it's dated offensive? I guess it used to be offensive to East Asian people?
Yeah.
And now it is just offensive to people having Down syndrome.
Oh.
Which I would not
What?
think... That's kind of fucked up. Yeah, I didn't think that meant... Oh, I guess people just, like, anybody...
Oh. I was thinking of the word monger.
Like fishmonger?
Or like warmonger.
Oh, yeah, that just means, like, somebody who sells shit? Like, that's...
Oh.
Yeah, monger, denoting a dealer or trader in a specified commodity.
Oh.
A person who promotes a specified activity, situation, or feeling, especially one that is undesirable or discreditable.
Oh, okay.
Warmonger. That's the actual, like...
Not like avarice at all.
No. Avarice, I thought, was, like...
Like
hubris?
uncontrollable, unsatiable greed. And shit like that. Almost like, I don't know where I was going with that.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Extreme greed for wealth or material gain.
Yeah.
He was rich beyond the dreams of avarice.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a fucking
Fantasy name.
fantasy novel, yeah. Come to me, beyond the dreams of avarice, where we shall bathe in the milk flowing from the teat of nature. I don't know, that sounds gross. Teat milk.
I don't know. Teat milk. Didn't we talk about this on breast milk on the podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in the last one.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh. Mammon was commonly personified as the demon of wealth and greed.
Mammon.
Ooh, yeah.
Wait.
Mammon.
So there's the devil, and then he has little demons?
Yeah, so that's like the whole thing. Like, where do they're not all like the angels that fucking... There's so many demons.
Mm-hmm. They call themselves
So
legion.
many demons.
There's a whole Bible story about the demons, like, possessing goats or something like that and running off the cliff.
What? Like
I
lemmings?
forget. Yeah. I forget.
Ooh.
I forget the story. It's been a while since I read it. But somebody was possessed or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, what do we call you?" Oh, we are like,
Oh my god, there's a whole alphabetical list of demons. Jesus
Really?
Christ.
huh?
Well, because I guess they're also like...
Not just from Christianity.
Yeah, it's like the list of fictional demons
Ah.
from literary fiction, Dante's Inferno. Ugh, that's too much. But then there's also like 6 demons. Oh.
Sex demons, like the incubus and the succubus.
Yeah, but those are just like sirens, right? Like succubus and incubus. Like
Those are more
incubus is the
mythological,
male,
right? Yeah.
and succubus
Succubus
is
is
the
the
female.
female.
But I mean, that's what I mean. They're all like demons. Ooh, Demonsopedia? Oh,
There's a
demon
PDF
quick list. So yeah, there's like Arabic demons and fucking Enochian.
Enochian?
Yeah,
Is that Native American?
I don't know. Makes me want pasta.
No.
Like some gnocchi. But it's like, fuck, dude. Like, maybe, I mean, he's just gotta like outsource his shit.
Yeah.
Because there's so much fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
That like, so like in Hebrew, there's Abaddon. Which
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah,
destroyer or advisor, said to be the chief of demons. Sometimes regarded as the destroying angel.
I wasn't there.
Lord
no.
of slavery. There's the rites of sacrifice. Abduxio. Sounds like a fucked up machine at the gym.
I was gonna say
He's one of the demonic rulers of the lunar mansions. Like,
What the fuck are lunar mansions?
I think that's just like they built that up there in the sky, and
On
it
the
was
moon?
like it was during the housing crisis, I think, and he built these lunar mansions, and they just sat empty. They were sweet though. There was like some split level shit going on, and then there was like 2-car garage.
Is that what was it Pink
Come
Floyd?
to the lunar mansions.
Is that what Pink Floyd was talking about? The dark side of the moon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yo, come check out these mansions.
Dude, bro. He's just like that greasy fucking... He drives like a old fucking Mustang 5.0. It's kind of beat up with the rag top, you know? And like,
With the hood
he's got
scoop.
the fucking... He's totally wearing like a shirt, a V-neck shirt with a fucking blazer. And he's like... Dude, these lunar mansions just sell themselves, bro. For sure.
We even have a couple timeshare options available.
If you want, dude, I'll throw it in the pool. If you act now.
Don't worry, there aren't any HOA fees up there. So
You can only paint your house gray or blood red. You cannot. You have to at least have one hellhound. But you have to pick up after said hellhound because it's a fucking...
oh boy.
That hellhound shit does not come out of the grass.
Oh man.
I think that we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's been a while since I used to believe, you know. So
And I never believe.
Oh,
Is that the... No.
believe.
Whatever.
I know what you meant.
I never believed. You can't make me believe. Don't do it, Jenny.
But the thing is, there's just so many holes in the whole story and everything. And the one thing that always rubbed me the wrong way is like, if it's God's book, why is it written by a man?
Well, it was written, like, as told by, right? Like,
Yeah.
the fucking... That's what the
But
whole...
it's like...
Because the books are of, like, the apostles, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever, the people that followed them. Or...
But then when you think about it, it's been translated so many times. So many things have been omitted and edited. It's like, how do you know what was the original and what wasn't? It's like the world's longest
God
documented
knows.
game of fucking telephone, but written down. You know?
Did he say gays?
Or gains.
Gays? Let's just say gays.
Yeah. I don't know.
What I think too is funny is I love seeing like the people that think they're like, oh, I'm gonna do this for Satan, and like he's gonna give me power, and he's gonna like, if I do this, then Satan will appear and like we'll be homies. When it's like, he don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna come all willy nilly and be like, hey, what's up, Mike? Thank you for the goat. The blood was delicious. Really appreciate the fucking offering.
Yeah. Now let's go and, like,
What do you want, buddy? He's not like a fucking genie.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you think that he's gonna show up and just not, like, flay you and then, like, throw you into the pit of hell? Mm-hmm. And be like, ta-da! And you're like, what happened? And you're like, I'm Satan, dickface.
Yeah. You fucking summoned me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was down here drinking a nice cup of hot cocoa, and here you are, just putting me on blast.
There's this really good book that I thought was so cool when I was a kid. I used to read Dean Koontz a lot, and he was like the more I don't want to say cleaner. I don't think he cussed as much as like Stephen King, but he was like, in my eyes, like the direct like competition for Stephen King, because they were very like similar.
Yeah.
He leaned more towards supernatural stuff towards the end and aliens and shit, but there was like he had a lot of really cool fucking ideas and a lot of really good books and some interesting shit. But one of them I like remember, and they actually made into a movie with fucking Jeff Goldblum. It was called Hideaway. And so the thing is, this kid is like fucked up and like serial killer shit.
Yeah.
And into Satan and all these things, and he kills himself in like a ritualistic manner. Like he creates this almost like bed of knives in like this ritual and like impales himself onto them, but is gotten to in time to be saved. And so he's brought back, revived, patched up, but he's like, pupils are fucking blown, dilated, and he's got to wear glasses all the time, like he can't.
Yeah.
And he starts killing people, and
not remembering,
it becomes this whole like serial killer and building this like fucking altar of like dead people and shit. And in that same time, the father character, like, so he's the protagonist, the fucking kid. Yeah. And this father of this family is the antagonist. They get into a car accident and go into a river, and the dad dies. Yeah. And is brought back to life, because he was legally dead or whatever for however long. And so it goes along and everything's fine. This dude's killing people. This guy's living his life after the accident. And then he starts having flashes of like point of view seeing what this kid is seeing. Oh. Right? So he starts having these like dreams and visions of like murdering and like all this fucking brutal shit. And it's just like what the fuck, you know? And then at some point, the kid, like, when he's looking through this kid's eyes, he looks into a mirror and he sees the kid. And the kid, like, sees him. Like, they're both having these back and forth visions of each other. Yeah. And so now this dude is, like, hunting this guy. And so, like, he's got a wife and kids and stuff. And the kid, like, sees his daughter. And, like, the dad is, like, watching him watch the daughter. Oh, shit. Like, at a club and shit. Like, it's super fucked up. But what it turns out, the end of the fucking thing was that when this kid died, when they brought him back, he brought back this demon. And it's in his body. So that's why he was revived, was the demon, like, whoop, hopped aboard. Yeah. And so, in that instance, when this kid was dying, this dad was also dying. Well, not also dying, but, like, sometime in the near future after this kid had come back, when the dad died, when he got revived, a fucking angel hopped in and rode him back And so that's why there's the connection that this demon is being hunted by this angel.
Yeah.
So they can send him back, and it ends in this like fight of like the angel comes out and the demon comes out, and they fight and like send him back. It was pretty good. It was fucking good though. It was like a really interesting read, and it was cool to like. That aspect of it was kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Like. It wasn't just like avenging angels.
Yeah,
you know, they had to like ride. They had to like hitch a ride back.
Yeah,
in fucking somebody's body. Like, here comes the dead one. Get him. Like,
How do you feel about witches? How about aliens? Or maybe some messed up government experiments?
If you have a fascination with the weird, wild, wacky, or just downright what the things that go on in this world of ours, then you've come to the right place.
Join us on Tuesdays when we discuss all of this and more on the W Files podcast.
To listen and find out more, you can pop on over to our website at wfilespodcast.com.
Adieu, W Crew!
another interesting thing about the devil. Did you ever read any of the Anne Rice stuff?
Yeah.
Did you ever read Memnoch the Devil?
No.
You ever read that one?
No.
That was another in the Vampire
Oh no, I must have missed that.
Chronicles. The story was super interesting because in it, Memnoch the Devil, like the devil,
Yeah.
was like a sympathetic character,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in league with God. Like it was his job,
Yeah.
like kind of like a punishment, but it was his job to make them repent.
Oh.
Like that's
Interesting.
that was the role of the devil. Like all the fucking lashing and the pit of eternal hell was to make these people that are so far gone see God and get back to him. It was like the opposite of purgatory. It was like, like fucking halfway house for fucking sinners or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like through the shit he had to do, he had to get them back to God's good graces and shit, and that was the only way that they could fucking...
Interesting. Memnoch? Let me see if I have a...
It's Memnoch, but
Do I have a book in here? Yeah! Yeah!
you have a book?
Or not a book, but so I can write that down and remember it. There's this other book my buddy told me about. I've been meaning to read it. I have it downloaded on my Kindle and everything. Screw Tape Letters. If I'm remembering what he explained it as correctly, it's apparently letters sent from the devil
Ooh.
to humans and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. But it's by, I believe he said C.S. Lewis. God, I wish I had my phone so I could look it up.
I'll look it up.
But bad luck.
Hey, you fucker out there, whoever broke into his car, I'm gonna fucking find you.
I'm gonna stab you with the spear that you stole. It's a fishing spear, but it has 3 prongs on it. It'll do some damage. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that wind though.
The Screw Tape Letters.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think that's what it was.
A view of our world from the dark depths of hell. C.S. Lewis wrote it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's different than fucking what's her name, huh? Why can't I fucking think of her name? Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yeah.
Is that C.S.? No, C.S. Lewis was the Witch in the Wardrobe shit.
Yeah. Narnia.
Yeah, Narnia, bro. Fucking Narnia, dude. It's the chronic. What comes of Narnia?
I'm trying to write, but I can't see, so.
What does epistolary mean?
Epistolary?
Yeah, that's what they call it. Epistolary novel by C.S. Lewis? In which a
Maybe.
more experienced devil named Screwtape writes a series of letters to a younger devil named Wormwood on how to successfully tempt a man, referred to only as the patient. Intending the book as a fairly humorous work, Lewis's goals included both reflections on the nature of evil and an effort to create a different portrayal of the devil than the sort normally seen in pop culture. So Screwtape has practically no sense of humor himself and comes across as sort of a cranky cosmic killjoy. At one point, this devil even goes so far as to complain that the music in heaven is getting on his nerves, even though he can't hear it. The very thought that they're making music at all hours bothers him. He prefers some nice ugly noises instead. Heaven is a non-stop hootenanny where all that is not silence is music. Screwy's not the sort of devil who would be very much fun at a party, which is pretty much the point of the book. Goddamn writers, you know? Like, I just fucking...
Well, shit, if it's gonna be about a party pooper, I don't want to read it.
Yeah, like, you're no fun at parties.
Why would I want to talk to you? Yeah, I've been meaning to read that. My buddy told me about it a while ago. And it seemed really interesting. Yeah.
It does sound interesting. I wonder, like...
How easy of a read it is.
How easy?
Or like, I don't know. I think maybe I'll start reading that tonight or something.
Oh, I didn't even notice this candle went out.
Oh.
I was like, why is this so dark? Okay, you're gonna hear a lighter noise.
But yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of books like that though.
About the devil?
Or like, just like, geez, I am blanking on the word.
Devil?
No, like just conversation between like the earthly plane or whatever and the devil, because it always seems like, oh geez, brain fart.
What do you mean earthly? Like the devil
like
communicating
humans.
with us?
Yeah,
Like books like that?
I'm sure. Yeah, or just like
fiction or
yeah, fiction and stuff like that. Just flirting around with it. I don't know.
Flirting
I don't know,
with the
man.
devil?
I'm fucking
Flirting with the devil? A beginner's guide to naughty satanic sex?
Oh, I know one hole you could put it in that's definitely bad.
The butt?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Satan really likes
Satan's donut?
that. Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I
Is
don't
that
think
why
so.
it tastes so good?
Trademarked. Tastes so good.
Well, it depends, you know.
I mean, I think
Depends
that's
on what
what
they
you
have.
gonna put some grape jelly on that shit. Toss that fucking salad, bruh.
Yeah. I've always been interested. I've never really done much research into it. But I've always
Ass
been-
eating?
Huh?
Ass eating?
Oh, I've done
I
research
think
on that.
you're fucking lying. I think you're an ass eater from
Yeah,
way back.
I've had a nice rump roast in my day.
Hey-o!
But like,
Damn, that turd cutter looking nice.
I guess like how you're looking up like the list of demons and shit like that. Because in the story that I write, I actually spend a lot of time writing about like the demons and shit like that,
Yeah.
and how they interact with what is called the physical plane in my stories and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I've always like, I actually probably should look into it because it would probably help me a lot on like the different types of demons across like different religions and shit like that.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah,
Like every religion, and I think some of them have to fucking duplicate themselves.
yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like, well, this is the Hebrew demon of fucking slavery, and this is the Islamic demon of slavery. Like this, like it's like the one God that, like, I'm sure, like, you think there's really a bunch of God like that's because everybody thinks that their God is the one God, but it's like the same fucking
same,
dude.
yeah.
But then it's like, if you
Everyone
don't
thinks
believe
their
that
God
he's the
is the
same
one.
God,
Yeah.
then you believe in monotheism. I mean, in fucking not monotheism. That's one God.
Yeah,
Polytheism.
multiple.
Like, yeah. So, in the aspect of like, no, my God is the true God, then in saying that, you're also saying that you believe there's more than one God.
Yeah. Because like, oh, that's not the true God. This is
Which
the true
is
God.
saying that, like,
I'm gonna throw something out there. What if all these gods and angels and stuff... Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Ancient Aliens. What if they were aliens?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they all come from the sky.
Uh-huh.
They all have these magical powers that can't be explained. They all have some sort of control over people. Or like some kind of like...
They built the pyramids.
Yeah. They line up with Orion's belt. How would they know?
There wasn't stars back then. No. But I think that's like, yeah, that's something I think has always been around.
Yeah.
And will always be around. That like, that's the fucking thing, is that like, God is an alien.
Yeah.
And that we're an experiment by aliens.
It's like, we don't know. Could be.
I mean, that's not far from what they're fucking saying. Like, not real religion, but like religion is just like,
yeah.
there's a man up in the sky.
He's watching
Santa. No. Because who fucking knows? Like, there's all those things, like, all that weird shit of, like, the cave paintings.
Yeah.
And carvings, and it's all the same.
The Nazca lines and shit like that.
Yeah, like, all the shit that,
Yeah.
like, fucking... like, they match up in their different civilization thousands of years apart
Yeah.
from each other. And, like, mass evacuations.
Yeah.
Like, people just up, like, what was it, the Incas? Or the Mayans,
Mayans.
or whatever? They
The
just fucking,
Mayans,
like,
yeah.
poof.
Yeah.
Where did they all go?
Where'd they go?
Who knows?
Who knows?
The Shadow knows. No. That was a terrible movie.
And there's also like a early settlement by the Puritans. Krakatoa, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
It's not Krakatoa. It was...
Krakatoa is a fucking mountain.
It's the volcano.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it was Roanoke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How everyone just disappeared without a trace.
Yeah. They did an American Horror Story.
Oh.
Roanoke. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, they're a little campy, but I fucking dug those shows.
Yeah.
That show was pretty good.
Mm.
And they're coming out with a new one, which
Oh,
I'm
really?
kind of stoked about.
Nice.
It's American Horror Story 84. So it's like
1984.
1984.
Oh.
Like, that's the next season they're doing. And I was like,
Interesting.
oh, shit. Like, I'm thinking, like,
Ah.
I hope they go, like, slasher fucking, like, you know, like that kind of, like, camp counselor fucking
Yeah.
80s fucking campy horror. Which is, like, because they do a good job.
Mm.
I'm surprised you didn't see the fucking Gaga series.
No. I don't
But,
really watch TV.
Well, I'm sure you could get it on. It's on Netflix.
Oh.
They
Oh,
have the
okay.
American Horror Story on Netflix. Because I watched the first one, and it was really good.
Mm.
I was really surprised. Like, it was, because it was like a Fox. Like, actually, the reason I watched it was because I watched Nip Tuck,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which was very, like, soap opera.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I was like, I'm fucking into it. I don't
Is
know.
it all like the cutting, the nipping?
No. So Nip Tuck it's a show where...
He's a plastic surgeon, right?
Yeah, it's two friends that run a plastic surgery
Yeah.
practice. And it gets real fucked up.
Oh.
Real fucked up. Like, it's pretty fucked up. But the guy who wrote that
Yeah.
writes American Horror Story. Like, he's the creator behind it.
Oh,
Is it
interesting.
Ryan something or other. So that's why I was like, oh, like, I dig, like, the fucking writing, and I'm sure it's not just him writing, but, like, his mind, like, is gonna be fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
and that first season was like, ooh, it's fucking cool, man. It was like a good, like, haunted house, like, fucked up things going on, and, like, this family being fucking terrorized
Yeah.
by spirits. But it wasn't like a cheesy, like, jump scare bullshit
Yeah.
spirits, you know what I mean? Like, it was like cool. Like, this house was haunted by the ghosts of the people that lived there and all the fucked up shit that went on.
Mm.
And I really liked the aspect of when they started doing the new seasons, that they carried some of the characters over. Not in so much of like the actors
Oh.
were the same actors from the first one were in the second one, but playing different characters.
people. Oh, I see.
And
I
it was
see.
kind of like that cool, like, theater group putting on a different
Yeah,
play
yeah,
type of
yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was
Yeah.
that cool. And then they introduced, obviously, new people and
Yeah.
new characters, but, like, I think they did a really good job. I didn't watch the whole Gaga one, which is the hotel one.
Mm.
They were, like, I think she was, like, kind of like, they were, like, vampires, I think it was. And then the circus one was really fucking good. They had the American Horror Story, and it was, like like freak show. I forget what the actual title was, but it was like all within the sideshow and the carnival and shit. And it was really like, it's really cool to like see them play around with all these tropes and shit and fucking doing murders. And,
So is it like just their daily interaction with each other and shit like that, or is it like?
What do you mean?
Like about the circus and freak show and shit like that, or is it like? I honestly don't know.
It's not
much
always
about.
like supernatural.
Oh, okay.
So like the first one was like haunted house. The carnival one was more like people and freaks and
okay.
the fucked up shit that went on there. And
I see.
Killing and murders and shit like that.
Okay,
and then they did the Roanoke one, and it was like this family moves to this house, and I didn't really like that one because they did it like documentary style. And it was very like ugh. Like I didn't like it, but I just don't like that documentary. Like I don't like those mock documentaries like the Blair Witch and I don't know why fucking people like that movie so much.
The Blair Witch?
Like they're so like, oh my god, this is the scariest fucking movie I've ever seen, and I'm like,
it's not that scary.
I don't want to stare at this chick's fucking snotty nose dripping on the fucking camera, and then like
and just
like
shaking
the kid in the corner at the end. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like the whole fucking shit led up to that. I actually saw that in Maryland.
Yeah.
Where it takes place, and I was like, this blows. Like I just
this movie sucks dildos.
This fucking movie sucks.
Oh man, yeah. Even I saw Blair Witch, and I forget how old I was when I watched it, but even then I was like, that's not scary.
I was in my early 20s, so I had to be like 21, 22 when that came out.
Huh.
I just don't like those movies that are all about like fucking like not Insidious, but those movies. What were those? There was like that string of fucking horror movies that was like every fucking 6 months they were coming out with a new one.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking boo, dude. Like so boo. Like fuck you for making those movies. They're dumb. Like, I can't believe they were such a fucking phenomenon. Like, it was, everybody and their mom was like, oh my god, Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 12, and 15? Yeah! It's like, and then it was like the same fucking shit over and over again. It's like a fucking hour and 15 minutes of like cabinets opening. And then...
Then chicken footprints and the flower.
Somebody fucking gets dragged through a doorway, and then like, a face pops up in the screen in the end, and you're like, give me a fucking break. I'm like, I fucking watch this. I hate that. I fucking hate it so much. It's so much, dude. It's like the worst fucking movies, man. I just can't.
Oh, man.
Why the fuck do you make these movies?
Because they sell, man.
God damn it. It's true. I mean...
That's what it's all about that money, man.
If I had the opportunity, I would make money of it. But it was
absolutely.
Hey, do you want to make this movie? Okay, fuck it. Am I gonna get rich? Can we make 13 of them and just
keep it rolling?
Keep the same
keep it rolling.
Fucking premise going, movie after movie until the end of time. What was I gonna say? I don't know. This was all over the place.
Yeah, just a little.
It might not be enjoyable.
Well, we kind of always go all over.
Yeah.
I guess because we're talking about religion.
Like, fuck you, religion.
Oh, boring.
So boring. How do we top robot sex?
No!
Robot Sex Part 2.
Oh man,
He's had a bad week. I'm not gonna bring up maybe. I'm not gonna bring up robots.
I listened back to the episode. I didn't realize how much the fear comes through my voice.
Oh yeah, it's palpable.
Yeah, man. But it's legit. It's fucking legit, dude. It's legit. Oh man.
Ooh. What about? I guess you don't have a fear of like spirits, but like the Ghost in the Shell type shit of like the Ghost in the Machine. Like a spirit haunting a robot.
Haunting a robot. I think that. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it could work. I mean, it was like, instead of making this cup move across the fucking table, they just like, they make like the robot monkey clap cymbals all the time. Like, what if they just made that fucking monkey throw that fucking symbol at your fucking head?
Oh.
And, like, become a robot.
That's
So with your fear of robots, if you got into a horrible accident, and they could put your brain, fucking Ed 309 style, like RoboCop 2, into a machine, you would just be like, nah. Or what if you woke up
and I was
you were
just
like,
in it,
like all fucking.
Oh,
look at your hand and you're just like a machine.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
No. Oh man, I don't even want to think about that.
I think that would be dreamy.
Oh, I think not. I would probably.
I would miss all my tattoos. I would want them to like skin me and like wrap my flesh around the robotic.
But then that brings about the concept of like, if you're a machine, you can constantly be upgraded, you could be repaired and stuff, then you'd live forever. I don't want to live forever. I'm already waiting to fucking die.
Just waiting for the sweet release of death. It's like, Calgon, take me away.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like that at all. Just because I wouldn't want to, like... I feel like if that happened, there'd be a lot of post-traumatic stress that you deal with.
You try to kill yourself.
Yeah, I honestly think I would. Because, you might be in this mechanical body, but your brain is still yours. You still have the memories and stuff associated with everything you experienced before. So you're going to be reliving that death over and over and over. And shit like that. And, yeah, it just seems like such a hassle. And just something that I don't want. Because I don't want to be a robot.
But I think that's a shame.
Really?
I think we'd be cool robot buddies.
I don't know.
I don't want to.
How do we get back to this?
It's just like I don't know. I like seeing you squirm. And it's like so rare that you like squirm.
And it's something so irrational too.
Yeah,
I've been told it's irrational. Like to everyone else, it's irrational, but to me, it's like it's real. It's real. All right.
Hey man, it's your superstition. It's your number 13.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think it's. I don't know. I think it's like it's hard for me to like. I think it's so fun for me to watch that. Like to watch people squirm and to watch people be like,
yeah,
ha ha ha, you don't like that so much because I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't have
that thing.
Like I have weird shit that I don't like, but I think it's just because my brain processes shit weird. Like I'm a fucking like noises and fucking wet hair and like shit that's it's irrational to most, but it's like it's a thing that I don't like just because like it's like like it's like that fucking like animals don't like certain smells and shit, like it makes them like that's the way I feel about the things that bother me, that it's like that it's just like an instinct of like not liking it, and I don't have like fear of like I don't like fear death or like ghosts scare me or like driving at night or I'm superstitious or things of that nature, and I don't like have anxiety about performing stuff or like it just like things just like piss me off. or make me like I have base
emotions.
Yeah, like it's that's why I always like try to like I liken myself to like an animal because it's very like snap, I'm angry, snap, I'm happy, and then it's gone. And like when people like I've told you this before, it was like I may not like a person, but it doesn't like stay with me throughout the day. Like I don't harp on it. Like people are always like, oh god, I fucking hate that guy at work. And it's like while I'm at work or anywhere and that person's there, it's like an angry animal. Like when somebody walks by their yard, they're just like and then they pass and they're like, okay, back to licking my fucking balls. You know what I mean? Like it's they're not sitting there like stewing over it like that motherfucker. Where's that motherfucker? Like it just like, and then like it'll come up if like we're talking about it, you know, like talking about that person. It just brings back that like fuck that motherfucker. But I don't like sit there and brood. When I'm alone, of like I'll fucking kill him. I hate him so much. You know, like it just I don't have those things. So it's interesting to me
to see people react to their thing.
Yeah.
So are you saying this is going to be a recurring thing on the podcast?
No.
Where like every episode,
I'm gonna fucking rename it like
bring it back up.
Jake's awkward AI moments. Like, it's gonna fucking like this week's edition of Robot Fear.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know why. It's something that I fear. Even my girlfriend, she's like, oh, I wish I could just like, because of her arthritis, her rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
She's like, I wish I could just have like a robot body and stuff like that. And I'm like, no. Like it's just like purely like.
She's like, it would feel so much
it would
better.
feel so much better. I'm like,
fuck
no.
you.
You fucking suffer.
If I had the power to give you a robot body, I would fucking never let you have it. You can't have shit. I'm gonna lock you in a fucking basement. I'd rather you be hard crippled by the pain you feel than ever be a robot.
Oh man, that makes me feel bad now.
Oh, well, that's your own fault.
Yeah, it is.
I think the audience can feel the empathy that exudes out of my body.
Oh man, you know what? I think I'm gonna call her tomorrow morning and say, hey, you know, if you want that robot body, all right.
But we're done.
But it's gonna take some getting used to. I might try to short circuit you every now and then.
This is so fucked up. He comes around the corner, you're like bucket of water, like fucking, just trying to fuck her up. Oh shit, that would be fucking hilarious.
Because I think the thing that scared me about her having a robot body is that she
could beat you up.
Yeah, it's not like she doesn't already.
Oh, well.
That's more because I kind of like it. But you know,
it's not that podcast.
oh, okay. But it's like, cause she, like, when she's sleeping, she's very like pushy and punchy. Like there was a time where we were sleeping, and she full on socked me in the face.
Yeah.
And she didn't remember it at all. So like I fear like if she has a robot body,
she would destroy you.
She would destroy me.
Also during the sexticles.
Oh yeah.
She might seize up and rip your balls off or something. I think that we don't have to talk about robots anymore.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to feel sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no more robot talk, because sad Jake. But
I appreciate that. Really.
I do really like the fucking awkwardness, though. It's so good. Like, it's just... Like, I don't know... Yeah, because this fucking... It's not stopping, but it's just like it's popping up windows to like donate money, and I'm like, you know what? Then just have people fucking pay for it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just make me pay for it. Don't fucking be a dick, and let me get it for free.
Yeah.
And then, fucking banana.
It's like
God damn
free
it.
to use, but if you pay,
it'll work better.
Yeah.
God damn it. God damn it. You know what? This, like, makes me just want to fucking get the new fucking mic thing.
Yeah.
Because then I won't even have to fucking... We won't even need the fucking meter shit. Because that's the only reason we need it, because we're using 2 different fucking mics. 2 different USB bullshits.
God damn technology. That free open source
Yeah, right?
technology.
Like, for the people my ass, motherfucker. I'm getting on board with your hatred of robots. Fuck our computer overlords. They scream it to the heavens. Start doing this Podscap. Start doing this fucking podcast in Morse code. And fucking transcribing it in Braille.
Oh, man. Should practice my calligraphy so I can write it out, too.
Ooh.
Transcribe it.
Would be fancy.
Make it look old-timey and shit.
I want to press pause real quick. And stop. So we're recording again.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, man. I don't know. Like, where's this went, where it's going.
Yeah.
It might be a short one this week, because...
That motherfucker keeps throwing us off.
Yeah, it keeps fucking up, dude. Like, I don't want it to fuck up. Like, I like it so much. Like, it just... Work. Gee, I'm not treating you bad. Give you bananas. I run you.
We talk once a week?
Right? Fuck you.
Oh, shoot.
Fuck.
Are you going to get that every time we do the podcast now?
No.
You put a banana.
Fucking banana.
Oh, man.
I mean, as long as it works, it's
Yeah.
fine, right? I just, like... When I thought about starting a podcast, I thought about where would I host it, who would listen to it, and what was the easiest way to get started doing that. And I found out that Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Man.
How can we do the stories? There's gotta be a way to make it not D&D. There's gotta be a way. I
don't think you can avoid that, though.
I want to avoid it so bad. Like, I just want to be... How do you be unscripted? There's gotta be a way.
But with like
with a plot.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, the dialogue can be unscripted, but I guess, like, you have to guide them along the way. Because without that narration or that story arc, it's really just gonna end up like Seinfeld. Yeah.
But they had a script.
Oh, that's true. But it was a show about nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, it was Come on.
It was a show about 4 Jews living in New York.
Yeah, like, there was a script. It was about nothing, just like Friends was about nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same fucking shit. Like, could you come on and just be like, story hour?
Yeah.
And just ramble. Like, but fucking then you'd have to react. Like, you have to be the narrator and a character.
Yeah.
There have to be
that'll
multiple characters.
Mm.
I would have to, but then I would still have to write something for myself.
Yeah.
Because if I wrote, and nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about right now,
Yeah.
but if I would have to be the only person that knew what was going on.
Yeah. Much like the Dungeon Master in
Yeah.
D&D.
It's always, fuck. I don't know why I hate D&D. No, I don't hate D&D. I don't, hate D&D. I just don't want it to be associated with that style.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be its own entity, but
Yeah.
it's like when you want to like I invented a phone case, but it's like every other phone case. Like
Yeah.
but this is my phone case. You know,
Yeah.
like I want it to be unrecognizable to anything else.
Yeah.
And I think I might have to like fuck that idea and like get used to it to do it.
Yeah.
And then just let it be its own, like
yeah.
have it be its own merited thing
Yeah.
and like.
So, honestly, I don't.
It's all in my own head.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like it's me being like I want it to be like D&D.
Yeah. But I think honestly, there's no way to avoid it, especially if you're gonna have other people,
Yeah.
you know, involved in it and stuff like that.
I just don't like the aspect of having to say something to get a reaction. Of like, and you're talking dialogue off the cuff, no script, and then somebody has to be like, and then the door opened to your left. And you're like, oh, that door just opened. It was like, yeah, no shit. We just heard the fucking guy say the
Yeah.
door just opened. Like, so
Maybe you could like.
you have to
hold
like slip notes.
cue cards. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's, I mean, yeah, you'd have to like.
Or like texting and stuff.
See, I said that too. Like, I'd be like, okay, well, what if we all had our fucking phones on the table? And then
Yeah.
it was like. But then there'd be like, I'd have to be doing that while talking at some point. If I'm one of the characters.
Yeah.
And like doing that, like it would have to be pre-written
Yeah.
to some aspect of like. Cue card.
Yeah.
Door opens to your left. And you're like, what was that? That
Well,
could
then
work. That could work
it also-
better.
it
though,
also
'cause then you're
comes-
not like.
Yeah. But then you also have to think about like the way that the story goes, like will it only continue this way if they react a certain way? Or could it continue on no matter what the reaction? You know what I mean?
It would be open-ended. The cues would be just for reactionary purposes. Hold on, pause. I don't know why I keep saying pause. Just the cue card thing might work. Because trying to get reactions is the key of getting... So, because that's always been the dream, right? I told you about that with like writing a book, where I want to write, but I can't. The problem is I have a hard time getting out of my own head writing another character.
Yeah.
And getting into that point of view. So because I don't know if it's because I'm not empathetic or sympathetic to other people that I can't see
think, can't think
that
how they would.
perspective.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to like have the dialogue because I know what I would say. And I can't. I don't have the experience of the person in the book to create a new, like, I can only react how I would react.
Yeah. What I do whenever I write dialogue and I get stuck on it, I always like go to a buddy of mine who has the kind of personality of the other person talking besides the main character. I'll be like, okay, this is what's going on. Give them a quick like rundown of the situation. And it's like, we're talking this out. This is my point of view. Let's see where it goes and stuff like that. Like it's
you saying you talking to a friend, not in the book, but like
in real life,
your own homeboy.
So like you can get like the reaction of somebody who doesn't think the way that you do, but talking about the subject that you put forth to them, you know, or even just not even relating it to the story, like talking about like some sort of real world parallel to it.
Yeah.
And then just taking the way that they speak and talk about it and then just mixing it around to fit the situation at hand in the book or story. That's what I find helps me.
That was similar to like the idea I had of like using a chat room.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
To like go into it and like role play almost and like talk to somebody as that character. But then you also have to like find somebody that you wanted to think that way, like without them knowing. You'd be like, I don't know, I've been in a chat room since fucking the early 90s or mid 90s. I don't remember, but
Those AOL chat rooms.
hey, I used Yahoo Chat, so that was
sorry.
But I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And it's stuck in my fucking brain like a
man.
thorn.
Just give it a shot.
But then I can't think of what I want to do. Instead, I think it's like, ugh, like it's all been done before. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the other thing of like, what would the story be? Like, it's gonna be like I want it to be horror because that's just what I like.
Yeah.
But then it's like you have to get somebody that would think like fucked up
Yeah.
to be able to. I mean, I guess not really fucked up, but just like they'd have to have a really good imagination as well as being their own person.
Yeah.
And like if you hold up the cue card that's like you're now being flayed, like, or like, you know, like the knife is being buried into your hilt, and like, you know, like you're being fucking worked on, and then it's like another thing of like they don't know what it's like to be murdered or decapitated. Well, not decapitated, but you know, like that kind of experience.
Yeah.
So it would just be like, no, it hurts. Like,
No, stop, please. Stop.
we're gonna ask an on-air question. We've never done this before.
We're so
Through the
Stepping
magic of audio and technology has let us be able to speak to people who aren't with us. Almost in a ghost-like fashion. Okay, so we're talking about the impromptu story idea that I've been talking about for a really long time. And the best way to go about that. We're thinking like cue cards might be good, but also super fucking weird. But like, the question would be like, how do you react as a character with your own experiences to an experience you might have to have in a fictional story, reacting to that experience, not having that experience, i.e. being stabbed or flayed or anything like that. Like, how would you react?
I don't know how I would personally react, but when you word it like that, it almost seems like you would have to have like some acting chops. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to know how to put yourself in a situation like that, and I don't know how I would do that. Actually, it's less like acting and more like improv, and that's something I'm super bad at.
Well, isn't impromptu actually more of a form of acting? Because you have to think on your feet. You have to keep it like on topic and stuff like that. So wouldn't it be harder than just having acting chops?
I think that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like impromptu and improv are like the same, but I think it's like, I think what she's saying is like the ability to fucking quick snap and do that is something that she's lacking.
Oh, I see.
And so it would be hard. I don't want to speak for her because...
But just from what she said, what you're gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, and I understand that because it's like if you're like, I think that's something I'm very good at is because I like create all this shit in my head.
Yeah.
And like I'm constantly like creating stories for people in reality and like looking at them and being like, and then my mind just fucking wanders and all of a sudden this person's mundane life is spilling out through my head in the way I see fit. In the way that I think their life should be playing out. And so I think in that aspect I can inhabit a character in as much that I can
think about the way that they...
Not only that, but just like the creation of a new person.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, because of all the stimuli that I gather throughout my life and throughout the day, and of just pouring it over through my head and doing all this stuff, that I think that aspect to me is easy, but it's also very like shallow. There's no depth to that person that I create because of those lack of experience of doing that thing or whatever, and so I could still only draw on the experiences I've had because I might have, like, I can imagine fucked up shit and imagine these things happening, but it doesn't translate to emotion. You know what I mean?
I see, yeah.
Like, if that, like, I could imagine, like, ooh, falling off a cliff, and then it's the wind rushing through your hair, and the fear that it might be you feeling, and then, like, the thoughts that could be racing through your head as the fucking, like, you're about to crash into the fucking thing, but it's all surface.
Yeah.
It's like you're explaining what's going on, not
what they're feeling.
the feeling of that, because it's like, well, I don't know, would I be afraid? Like, would you be scared shitless? Like, maybe, or would you don't
or would
know?
you be like accepting of it?
Yeah, like, is there a phase of like,
Yeah.
and I guess you could sort of extrapolate based on that, because you know what fear is.
Yeah.
But to that extent, like, I don't, because I don't have, I'm not like, dude, I ain't scared of shit, motherfucker. Like, it's just like, that's an emotion that I don't experience. Like, I'm not like, I think most people have that, like, dark alley, alone in the woods type of, like, oh, just like heebie-jeebie shit, and I don't have that. Or, like, thinking of people dying, like loved ones, is not like a fear.
Yeah.
It doesn't incite fear in me.
Yeah.
Of like, oh my god, I can't even think about that. Like, oh, like, I mean, even like with my kids and shit, like, I think we've talked about it, like, it just makes me angry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like fear for them getting hurt, because then I wouldn't be like leaving the house. You know, like, it was like, I mean, it doesn't, I guess fear doesn't always have to be crippling, but like, I don't think of shit like that like my wife kind of does, of like, no, they'll get hurt, or like, why would you do that? Like, I'm not like, I don't care about them, so it doesn't register in my mind, but I don't, my big problem is that because I think fucked up, I translate that on other people. So like, in talking to people sometimes, and they get offended, I'm like, well, it doesn't offend me, why are you getting offended?
Yeah.
Like, that kind of shit. And so I think that's kind of a, like, that's, in fear is like that in a way for me, where I'm like, well, I'm not scared of it, like, why should they be?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they're little kids, or they're like, you know, like, you can't fucking, like,
it's all about that free will, man.
you know, like,
I'm allowed to be afraid of what I want to be afraid of.
And that's what I mean. That's like where my, like, that's where, like, I lack empathy. And that's where I think it shows the most.
Yeah.
Of when is like interacting with other people, is like that are in my immediate circle. Not like strangers. Like, I don't give a fuck about them. But like that interaction with like my wife and kids and stuff is like, I don't understand it because I don't feel it. You know, like. And so in that aspect, it's like, I can't, it's hard for me to put myself in those shoes of like, there's a difference between understanding something and empathizing with it. You know, like, I understand that you're afraid of robots. I don't empathize with you. I don't feel any sympathy for you because of it. It's just like, well, fuck, that's you, dude.
Yeah. I don't know if there is any way to, like, I guess, where was I going with this?
We do have an answer.
Oh, okay.
We could put that on.
Yeah, sure.
This might not make sense anymore, but here's Shannon.
Well, that's what I mean with like improv. It's more like improv and less like acting. And you kind of feed off of each other as opposed to following a script.
We've totally started talking about something else, but we totally played that answer.
Yeah.
And we're talking about me not being empathetic and not being able to put myself in those shoes, so it's hard to make deep characterizations of things because I don't or have never felt those things. And so the characters that be created are shallow in that aspect because it's all surface and there's no depth in feeling. And, you know, it's just like, I don't know if it hurts me in any way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does in like a familial setting. And I try to not pretend, but it's like try to take a beat maybe in my own head and like, okay, they don't process shit like you do.
Yeah.
Try to just let it be processed by them, and then not that I have to understand it or be like, but just to not negate what they're feeling, because I'm like, I don't feel that way. Why do you feel that way? But you strike me as a very empathetic person.
To an extent.
Sympathetic. Yeah, to an extent. Like, I don't think you're like, bleeding heart fucking.
Yeah, not at all. Like, I always look at the circumstances of what's going on with the person involved and stuff like that. Like, I'll never give a homeless person money. But if I have food that I'm either taking home or saving for later, and they're asking for money and stuff like that, I'll ask them, oh, are you hungry? Because I have this right here. Yeah. Like, that's, I'm not going to be like, oh, you need money, here you go. I'm going to be like, okay, why does he need money? I don't know what he needs money for. Is he going to buy food? Is he going to buy drugs? I don't know. I don't know this guy's situation. But this is what I have. This is one thing that he'd probably want if he is homeless and he hasn't eaten in a while. Hey, here you go, man. I don't need it. Here.
Yeah. This is just fucking by you where they're just like, no thanks.
Oh,
like,
I've had that a couple times. And it pisses me off. Or like, there was one time, what was it? Oh, I had bought, there was a guy outside of a Korean joint that I go to in Kaneohe.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm really hungry, blah, 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 blah. And I was on the phone, like he was asking other people for like money and stuff like that. And I was on the phone talking to my girlfriend, ordering her food that she wanted and stuff like that. Or like seeing what she wanted. So I went in, I ordered our stuff, and I remember hearing this guy asking for money. So I bought him like a mini plate, you know? And on my way out, he was, you know, he asked me, oh, you have any spare change? I'm trying to get something to eat.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I thought that was what it was. So I bought you this.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no, I wanted Zippies. And it's like,
hey, man, it's the same shit.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's like beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, that happened to be, like, it was very similar. It was, I used to work as a bouncer at a strip club, and it was a terrible fucking area, right? It's in Baltimore, it's called The Block, and it's literally a block of, like, strip clubs and shit. And there's, like, a shit ton of homeless people, and this dude was outside digging in the trash, and the girls can't leave. Like, once they're on shift, so they have these dudes, they call them runners. They're basically, like, you know, opportunistic homeless people that are like, hey, man, like, I'll run, you know, you give me the money and I'll buy the food and then you just tip me.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, man, like, I can respect that. Like, you're trying to fucking, like, work.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't get a job, and it's, like, easy fucking tax-free money. You just, and they'd go up and down the block, and you'd go outside as a bouncer, and I'd be like, hey, bud, come here. And I'd go, like, here's $20. They want this. Give them a fucking list. They'd go and run to the fucking restaurant. Usually, you know, like fucking McDonald's or whatever. Pick up the shit, come back. You give them like a $5 tip. They, you know, and they, you know, it's all about they got to be honest because you're gonna fucking give them money, and none of them, and also like they know they'll probably get their fucking asses kicked if they fucking steal. If they try to steal shit, so it's a system and it worked. It was just like, you know, so the girls would always buy, like, they're just fucking bored eaters. You know, it's slow food. Like, it was just like, that's what happened. And they'd always order too much shit. And they'd be like, I want 3 hamburgers and 2 fries and a fucking nugget. Da, da. And they'd eat like 1 and they'd be like, okay, I'm done. Like, why the fuck did you buy all this shit? So this dude's digging in the fucking trash outside. And one of the girls was like done with her shit. And it was like untouched fucking McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Like a full fucking hamburger, a full thing of fries. And I was like, hey, dude, they're done with this. Do you want this? And he's just like, pauses mid-trash shuffle like a fucking scared raccoon and looks at me and is like, no, I don't eat McDonald's. And I'm like, you're fucking digging through the trash for food and you're not going to eat McDonald's?
No, it's bad for you, dude.
Then you deserve to be homeless and hungry. That's all there is to it.
Oh my god.
And so he's digging and I just threw it in the trash on top of what he was digging.
Oh my god.
So he had to fucking dig through it. And I was like, boom, bitch. But yeah, that's like...
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Or I've also had, like a spam musubi, I'll go and give it to, like, some guy who's asking for money. And they're like, oh no, I want money. It's like, fuck you then.
Yeah. Just tell me you want a fucking beer or something, dude. Like, then at least I have, like, the opportunity to be like, no, I don't want to give you money to fucking be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But, like, I just don't, like, acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking...
Yeah.
I don't care.
There definitely are a few homeless people who used to come to me, I think because they recognize me and stuff like that. And there are a few of them that I've snapped at. And they don't... You know, because... I don't need to buy you food if you're hungry. I don't need to give you money if you need it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I try to be a nice person, you know? And there's this one guy, I shit you not, every time I went to this fucking L&L, he'd come in after I got my food, and he'd be like, oh, I'm hungry, could I blah, 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 blah. And I'd always tell him, yeah, sure. I'd rip the top part off, give him half of what I'm eating, and stuff like that. He'd take it and he'd walk right out the door. Like, no thank you, no nothing. And then finally he came in one day and he's like, oh, I'm hungry, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, could I have some of yours? And I looked at him and was like, do you remember me? And he's like, well, what do you mean? He's like, you've done this like 4 or 5 times already. You haven't once said thank you. You've never even looked me in the eye. I was like, if you're going to be that fucking, like...
Jaded.
and, like, just not even, like,
oh, you did
gracious,
it once, now I
you know?
deserve it.
Yeah. Not grateful. It's like, fuck you. Get out of here. I tried. No.
Yeah,
you're not
people,
worth it.
man. That's how I fucking, you know.
Then there are, like... There's a guy who I know every Thursday on my drive to work. He's going to be at this stoplight. And more often than not, I get stopped. I'm at the stoplight.
Yeah.
And he just has his sign, you know, asking for change or whatever. I always give him a spam musubi. Every time I give it to him, he thanks me profusely. Like, oh my gosh, like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, this really means a lot. Like, that guy, I have no problem. Every time I see him, give him something.
Yeah.
Because he's grateful
Yeah,
for
he's
it.
like, you fucking...
Yeah.
Gives you that respect.
But if you're going to
like,
fucking...
Hey, man, I fucking ate today because of you.
Yeah.
Like,
If you're going to come up to me expecting it, fuck you.
that's just like that in a nutshell is like one of the, like it's just my fucking peeve of humanity of just people that think they fucking deserve to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
You know, like I always say that, like this is a running fucking commentary, like not a commentary, but it's like I always say this, like I'm an asshole, but I'm not an asshole for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go around fucking knocking cups out of people's hands or being a fucking dick. Like, I'm not a bully. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like...
Yeah.
I'm not just a fucking dick just for the sake of being a dick. And I'm actually, like, really in the... Like, I'm trying to be a fair... Like, I like being, like, fairness. In the aspect of, like... Hey, man, if you're gonna fucking do it, then you expect repercussions.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's not necessarily fair, but, like, it's just like, you can't expect to do this if nobody else can do it.
Yeah.
And if it's the rule of the place and you choose to disobey it, then you gotta fucking shut the fuck up when you get fucking snocked in the face, or like you get a fucking ticket, or you get, you know what I mean? Like, this was told to you, this is how it is, so act accordingly. And I hate the fucking, like, the fucking balls on people to be like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And then when something happens because they fucking made that choice to not,
what the fuck?
dude, what the fuck, bro? And you're just like, you fucked up. Suck it the fuck up and deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, I do shit that I want. Like, I do, like, obey the laws or whatever. Like, I'm not a fucking wanton criminal and, like, breaking the laws and, like, doing shit I'm not supposed. But, like, if I do something I know is wrong and I get caught, or I get fucking, like, if I park somewhere and I don't pay the meter and I get a ticket, I'm not like, motherfucker, meh.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, I fucking did it.
Yep. I rolled the dice.
Yeah, like, that's okay. Or you fucking said something to somebody, like, you shouldn't fucking say something to somebody and you know you shouldn't, and you do, and they fucking pop you, and then it's like, well, what did you expect?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and so I hate that aspect, and it's like, it's even worse when it's like homeless, because I've run into those dudes like a lot, and I don't know why this is like a homeless rant now, but like, fuck the homeless. No. But it's like that's that same attitude of like, hey man, give me $1.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't have $1. Come on, man, I know you got fucking money. Like, dude, it's like, I don't know you shit. You're homeless for your own fucking reasons.
Yeah.
Don't put your shit on me. If I don't have a fucking dollar, like, I rarely carry cash. You know what I mean? And it's not for you to decide if I'm lying to you or not.
Yeah.
I fucking told you no, now shut the fuck up.
Have you ever had one of them tell you, oh, there's an ATM over there?
No, fuck no. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I would fucking lose my shit.
I slapped the guy.
I'm like, and you know why? And I can use it because I have a bank account, you piece of shit. Like, I don't fucking, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I had a guy.
Fuck, dude.
I remember... This is actually when me and my girlfriend first started dating. She's one of those bleeding heart people.
Ugh.
You know?
Gross.
And... You know, this guy, where were we? Oh, we were in Chinatown. We were going to, I think, Lucky Belly.
Ooh. Oh, man, we were going to eat there the other day. Or a day ago.
Yeah. Have you been there?
Oh, yeah. We just haven't been in a really long time.
I see. But yeah, we were going to go eat Lucky Belly. We were on our way. And the guy asked, he's like, oh, asking for money and stuff like that. I was like, oh, sorry, I don't have any cash on me. And it was the truth. I didn't have cash on me. And he's like, oh, there's an ATM over there. And I looked at him and was like, really? He's like, yeah, like, could you go to the ATM and, like, take out some money? I'm like...
Yeah, and you know why? Because I have a job.
Yeah.
So it is something I could do. I'm not gonna.
But I asked him, was like, wait, are you seriously expecting me to just hand you $20? And he's like, yeah. Like, what's the problem? I mean, you're going to... Like, you're down here. It looks like you guys are going to go dinner or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, why can't, what's so hard about $20? I told him, like,
maybe that's why you're homeless, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know the value of $20.
I told him, like, this is money that I've worked for. All right? I know it's hard standing on the street begging for money, but you don't go up and demand it from people. And he gets in my face, he's like, whoa, you're looking down on me because of my situation, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you think you're so good because you have a job? I just straight up just fucking straight jab right in his jaw. Because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I have
you're
buttons. Like, I'm a nice guy up until a point. Like, I'll try and sympathize. I'll try and be empathetic.
Yeah.
I'll try and help you out if you need it. But if I honestly can't, and you come at me for it,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no more. I'm not gonna be nice anymore.
And that's exactly, like, I have that situation, like, I always tell people, like, because I've always, you know, like, most of my adult life, like, being the way I am, and, like, getting those fucking people where it's, like I said, I'm not an asshole for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like, I'm not just doing it for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, and people just want to fucking push me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not like a violent person. Like, I've never ever been in a fight in my entire life. And I tried hard for a year. I was heavily drinking and I tried. But I've never been in a fight. I've never like fucking like, I don't destroy shit on like you know what I mean? Like, I don't have this uncontrollable anger that's like, I don't like flip shit and I break stuff all the time. Like, it's nothing like that. But I have a short fuse to the extent of like, when people like push me and then make it seem like it's my fault.
Yeah.
You know, like they keep just fucking poking the fucking bear. You know, and it's like, why? Like, just leave me the fuck alone. Like, I told you, like, the perfect example is like when people offer me things, and I've always been like, I guess, I don't know if placate's the right word, like, do stuff just to, like, oh, well, just do it, 'cause don't be rude. But it's like,
I think
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like, you go somewhere and you're at somebody's house and they offer you something, and you're supposed to, like, you're just supposed to take it because it would be rude. Where I'm like, well, isn't it rude to insist I fucking take something? Like, I always seem to be in the position where I have to do something to make somebody else feel better. Yeah. And because I don't do that, I'm like, well, what a fucking asshole you are. And it's like, well, you're the asshole. In actuality, like, if I
said
told you no politely, no, thank you, I'm okay. And not everybody, you know, some people are just like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's not rude.
Yeah.
Like, if I come to your house and you're like, hey, man, you want a glass of lemonade? And I'm like, no, thank you. You're not like, but I made this lemonade and know you were coming over to, and you know, you're not thirsty and you don't want it? And I'm like, no, thank you for making the lemonade, but no, thank you. But like, take the lemonade. I don't want the lemonade. I'm not thirsty. I don't want to drink it. There'd be no point in you pouring me a glass of lemonade because it's going to go to waste. Why not just save your lemonade? Look, like, I can't believe you're being so rude. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, I
Like,
make
really?
really good lemonade.
Yeah, you know, but that's like the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
why is it so rude to be like, to say no thank you to somebody? You know what I mean? And it's like always the thing. Like, I always got that shit. Like, this is one of the main things that fucking pissed me off about my dad. Was that it was like, he was like that. That it was like, well, don't be rude. Oh, like he was very concerned about, like, even though it wasn't like a very visual thing, like, he didn't put that out there a lot, but it was like a hushed, like, hey man, like, don't fucking make me look bad. Yeah. Like, who the fuck, like, why do you fucking care? Like, I'm not sitting here, like, with my dick out or, like, fucking smearing shit on the walls and, like, embarrassing you, like, I'm shit-faced drunk, like, you can't take me anywhere, like, kind of shit. Yeah. But that's how it would be perceived if I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. They're like, why are you being so rude? Like, just fucking do it. Like, you're just like, dude, why do I have to be the bad guy? Like, you're making me the bad guy for no reason.
Because you're not conforming.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, it's so fucking annoying. And I just hate, like, I hate the niceties, these fucking society-imposed fucking bullshit that everybody's supposed to go through, and you have to fucking... It's like, can't you just fucking leave each other the fuck alone? Does it have to be, like... You know, like, I abide by, like, the random rules of, like, somebody holds the door open for me, I fucking say thank you. Yeah. If somebody's close enough behind me for me to hold the door open for him, I'll hold the door open for him. Like I said, I'm not a fucking asshole for no reason. You know what I mean? But, like, don't I deserve the right as a human being, or a close replica of that, to be, like, have my own fucking space? Yeah. And not have people, because, like... I know you know all this. I tell you fucking all the time. Like, I get, like, people just want to fucking touch me. And they want to fucking talk to me. And they just, like, it's so, like, it's like, fuck, dude. Like, it's so, like, fucking nerve-wracking. You know what I mean? And it's like, I just don't want to be, like, I don't want to have that all the time. And it's like, but if I I'm the asshole if it's like some fucking stranger comes up to me, puts their fucking arm around me, and is like, "What's up, buddy? Wow, you're a big dude. You play football?" And I'm like, "Can you not fucking touch me?" "Oh, geez, sorry, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why are you gonna be such an asshole?" And I'm like, "You ran up on me, grabbed my fucking shoulder, and are stinkily spraying your spittle into my fucking face as you talk about my size and ask me if I play football." And I'm the asshole. You know what I mean? For being like, "Hey, can you not touch me? Because I don't fucking know you." like it's just so like I go like all the fucking time, dude. Like it's just like so like it just happened today. Oh, with that fucking guy and the fucking oh my god! And like that's the worst part of like working in a place of like you have to have that like you can't just be like fucking leave me alone, dude.
Yeah.
Because then it's like because then it's like you're at a job and you're representing that job,
company.
and I get that.
Yeah.
It's part of fucking working, but it's like it's so unnatural, and like to have to like it goes against everything I am to be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like this fucking dude who I've never met. I'm on my way to the bathroom, and this is boring to Jake because I told him already, but yeah, you just sleep, buddy. This is for you, listeners. This is just for you. So I'm on my way to the bathroom because I got to fucking pee real bad, and somebody's in the employee bathroom. So before I clock in, I'm going to the public, the general use bathroom for the thing, whatever. As I pass this guy, he's like, "Hey, buddy!" And that's like my fucking... I know he's talking to me, because I've heard it so many times, and I just know that he's talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, and I should have just kept going, but like I'm at work, and so I can't be like blatantly rude. So I turn around and I look at the guy, and I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hey man, what's up, dude? Long time no see, bro." And I was like, "I actually don't think you know me. I don't know you." And he's like, with this like look of like, ugh, like whatever, bro. Like this like this whatever that I can't pinpoint the look, but you know what I mean? That look of like, well, I mean,
how could you not?
Yeah,
know
like
me?
like you work in the back. I see you cooking, and like I know you're here all the time. And I'm like, "Okay, how's it going?" And he's like, "Cool, man. I mean, like, how you been, dude? Like, how's it going?" I'm just like, "It's good. I actually have to go to the bathroom though, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom." And it's like, you saw me? Like, it's so weird to me that, like, if I see somebody walking down the street and then repeatedly see that person, it never occurs to me to once be like, "Hey, buddy! How you been?" And they're like, "Who are you?" I mean, I see you walking here all the time. Yeah. Duh. We're best friends now, right? How you been? Tell me your life story. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you should just let me walk by? Like, why the, like, I don't know, it's so fucking, it makes me, I don't know if you can hear me scratching my beard.
That's your tick, isn't it?
Like, makes me, yeah, I like, I definitely am like a polar itcher scratcher. Yeah. Like, I have this like spot on my finger.
Oh, do you do that?
Fucking
do you
like,
do that? Yeah.
That I like pick. I'm a picker, like hardcore.
Yeah.
I've always been like picking scabs, picking things, peeling, fucking. Like it's, I don't know. Like I'm fidgety as fuck.
I do that with my nails. Like when I don't have anything to occupy my hands and I'm sitting for a long time, I kind of just like peel my nails off. Like, you know how there's that point where it's like, oh, okay, I can get under there, peel it off.
Like it's just a little nick.
Yeah.
On the side, and you worry it away, and then you peel the fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That, and I chew the inside of my lip a lot.
Yeah,
like right on the corner.
I do that sometimes. I like chew the side. It like depends. Like I just do so many things. like I have to fucking do something with my hands. Like I don't know what it is. Like it's not all the time, but like if I'm thinking or doing shit, like I have to like I'll find a spot that's like a pimple or a blemish or like an old scab, and I'll fucking just like I have to pick it till it bleeds. And then when it bleeds, it's like, oh. And there's no like remorse for it until I see all the scars. I'm like, maybe I should have fucking picked. Like I have this one that I fucking, it's right underneath my belly button, and it's just a lump of scar tissue, like a little tiny one.
Yeah.
Like it was at some point, like I think, like a pimple, like just a
just
random acne.
Picking at
And
it.
I picked, I have to pop.
Yeah.
I got to, because it feels so good. It's like the release of pressure is like, it's like ecstasy. But then when it's a scab, and then it's like, ooh, there's a scab, and I'll just like, and I totally like, I'll just rub it, and just like feel the scab. I won't pick it off.
And then you feel a little loose corner.
And then I'm like, oh,
hey there, little buddy.
and then I'll peel it, and I'm like, oh, that made it bigger. And like the scab is too thick and new that it like not only takes the scab, but it takes more skin. Mm-hmm. And then now it's like a bigger thing, and I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be a nice scab. You'll be ready for harvest soon. It was a warm day today. Scab will be proper in a couple weeks' time. But now it's like scar and skin, and I just will sit there and
Just
for the most part not even know.
So it's like a unconscious.
Yeah,
kind of
because
thing
there's
that you
no. I mean, there's no pain to it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now for all you listeners. Can you fucking? I want to put the microphone up to the scratching of the fucking. Does it? Let's see if it fucking.
Does it pick up?
This is the scratching. If you can kind of hear it over Jake's laughing. That's so gross. But yeah, I don't know if it's not like it's not a pain thing. Like
It's more just like
so many other things, like the things that like hurt. Like I get these like fucking bed sore things ever since I was probably like 10. I remember finding one, and it's always been in like my ass cheek fucking upper waist area, and I had one, and it was like it's a fucking like it's like a boil.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like it's like a really big fucking pimple. And they're like, oh boy, they're like super fucking tender, dude. Like it was crazy. Like the first time I came, like I remember it was in the shower, and I went over it when I was a kid, and I was like, ah, fuck. Like, it was like that, like, shocking, like, oh, shit, like, open nerve, like, fucking pain of, like, just, like a needle in your fucking thigh or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just that sharp, like, oh, shit, just shoots through your whole fucking body. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck is that? And I look in the mirror, and I'm like, and it just looked like a red bump. Like, there was no, and then it was like, I went out there to my mom, I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's like, I don't know, it looks like a fucking big pimple, and then they started like multiplying, and so I went to the dermatologist, and they told me it was like ingrown hairs, and I'm like, my ass ain't that hairy, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a little kid. It's not an ingrown hair. But anyways, it's something weird that like my skin is thick and gross. Like, it's very like unsensitive. But there's like, I think it's like a rubbing thing, because like as I got older, it started being like in the belt area. And I think it was almost like I felt like it was like bed sores. Like, I've never had a bed sore, but I can only imagine that it was like, it's so weird that it's very like localized.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get them like on my side, like up towards my armpit or whatever. But like, dude, the fucking pain is intense.
Yeah.
It's a crazy fucking like deep rooted, like every nerve is connected to that fucking thing, and it's one of those things where I won't. It's not like, it's a little sore there. One's a brewing.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit. Like you get that like feeling when you get a pimple. Like it's like it's there, and it's fucking painful as shit. Like, and I won't notice until I'm like putting on my shorts. God, fuck! Like, oh shit, there's one. Oh fuck! Like, oh shit. Whoa. Whew. Oh buddy. And they're just like
That intense, huh?
dude, it's crazy. It's fucking nuts. Like I have one right now, right here, like right on the fucking belt area. And I didn't until today at work, going to the bathroom and pulling my pants back up or going to the bathroom and tightening my belt. I like cinched my belt and I was like, oh shit! Like it was like that. You gotta grit your teeth and you're like,
Start
and you like lose
stars and shit.
Well, I don't see stars, but it's like you lose your like that breath is knocked out of you. It's like,
okay.
oh shit!
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, what was that? That's a pain. But then I have to like. The only relief is like the expression of it. That it's like it's so tender from like the built up pressure that I'm like. It's like who's gonna give out first, me or this thing? And sometimes it's me, because it's not like ready, I guess. And sometimes it's like it's that point, and then it's like, and it goes, and you're like, oh, and then it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
It's like crazy that it's just like, oh, I think I just on air. Oh shit. And then it's like that thing where I just gotta like milk it till it bleeds cleanly.
Yeah.
And there's no pain. And it's a trip, dude. But it's like I don't know. It's like my curse of these boils. But then and then I pick the scabs, and then I got these horrible fucking scars, like all over my shit, and it's like, that's me, dog.
Yeah.
No, that's
cool.
It's just the patchwork of life. What makes up my beautiful body.
Yeah, I don't have any sores like that.
I actually gotta go.
I do wake up sometimes with like these insane rashes that look like they've been like, you know how when you scratch at one area repeatedly,
like welty type shit, or
no, like it just broke through the skin, kind of shit. Like I think maybe at night, like I just scratch myself.
So is it scratches or is it?
Yeah, it's like
a rash. Because a rash isn't broken skin. Right?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's a rash, sometimes it's broken skin.
Is it like heat rash?
Oh, it could be. Maybe.
I
don't even use a blanket though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you sleep in like your underwear or something.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's.
But that's the thing. I sleep in my boxers, which don't go below my knee.
Oh, it's like.
But
lower.
These are all like on my calf or on my shin.
Maybe it's for your pants. Because I get this shit from my socks sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like it's like site specific. Like it's my right foot, the top of my foot, towards the left side. Right?
Oh.
So like like maybe like an inch or two above my big toe. And there's a section, right? So that like area
just rubs,
it'll just itch. And I have to like itch it until it bleeds or it won't stop itching. And so I try to not do that because then it's like a fucking open wound on my fucking foot. But so I'll use like the back, like the soft part of my other foot, and I'll just like rub. Or I'll sit up and I'll like rub it with my hand. But after rubbing it, it'll like welt up. Like it'll look like little blisters, even though they're not like filled with anything, but it'll like pimple up. And I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? And then like seeing it pimple up, like I don't know if it's like
you gotta pop it.
No. That's what I'm saying. They don't pop. It's just like raised, like they're just little circular. Yeah, like it looks like blisters, but they're not. It's just raised welts, and it's just and they're little tiny things, like almost like big chicken skin. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that, like, goosebumps, but they're, like, red and irritated. But it's only after I scratch it. And then, so now it's, like, this raised, textured, like, itchy fucking thing. And so then I'm like, oh, I gotta rub it. And it's, like, rubbing it softly, like, with soft skin, like, just back and forth is not enough. Like, it's almost like it aggravates it. And so
you need
then
to,
I
like,
have
dig
to
in.
use my nail.
Yeah.
And then I inevitably, because it's
Break
raised
through.
and I'm using my nail, it's like scratching it off. And then once it's like that, I'm like, and then I'm like, fuck now. It's like, now I scratched the skin off. I'm like, I've removed the itch by removing the skin. It's weird though. It just happened the other night. But I was good. I didn't break skin. It actually went away. And like, I actually, as much as I like itch and fucking do all that shit, I do have like a weird thing when like, if like bugs or shit fall on me or like land on me or like anything, I'm very like non-reactive. Like, I think most people, it's like, bug, you know, like, oh shit, like they instantly, but I'll be like, is there something crawling on my face? Or, you know what I mean? People are like, yeah, oh shit, there's a fucking spider on your head. I'm like, oh, okay. And I like brush it off. But like my self-imposed like itching, like just like if I talk about it, then I'll start like, ooh, I got to itch. Like, or I got to scratch or something. Like it's, but it's not like anxious.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh, I'm nervous. I'm fucking, It's just a weird tick, I guess, that like I'll scratch. And then once I scratch, it's like,
You gotta scratch all over
OCD.
now. Yeah. So I did this side, now I gotta do this side.
No, not like, it doesn't need to be like, oh, well, I scratch here and I got to scratch there. But it's like, this spot will itch in my mind until it's bleeding.
Ah.
And then, oh, it doesn't itch anymore. And then I'm like, fuck, God, I fucking did it again. Like, why the fuck? Like, if I shave, you'd see my face is like, it's not rough, like scarred up, but it's just like, I have a lot of like
Little
patches.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm fucked up, dude.
We all are in our own ways.
Fuck yeah. Weirdos, bro. That's probably disgusting enough. I don't want to leave anybody with a palate cleanser.
Oh, okay.
I want the last thing to be images of pustules bursting and rashes being scratched.
That's hot.
So, and in solidarity of you not having your phone, we're going to go sans tonight.
Oh, okay.
We'll just, in memoriam of the lost phone and not being able to look up lyrics, we'll just sign out. And we're not going to talk about anything. We're not going to say anything that will be meta because it'll be put in later. Except we just did. But we'll just leave it free. Fuck it. And, yeah.
Right on. Good talk, man.
Always.